Can you hear me? Hello? No? Oh, hey, Miss Pam, can you hear me? You can. Okay, good. All right, that works. Yeah, you can. All right, I just wanted to make sure. This StreamYard thing is still kicking my butt, man. It doesn't matter how hard I try. You coming up, Pam? Gosh, it's quiet on YouTube today, huh? Not move all up in my. Wow, it's really quiet here today. What the heck? Hello. You there, Pam? It's so quiet. What's up on YouTube today?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up with the quiet on YouTube today?
I think Nana's napping.
You know it. I can't even. Did you see her calling out everybody on her YouTube videos? I can't with them.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, she's bringing it to YouTube now. Ain't she cute? She's got to
Oh,
get views.
did she go live on YouTube or something?
No, she was just putting out those videos.
Oh.
Crazy freaking lady. I can't. Oh my gosh.
So silly.
This damn cat in my face. Man, the snow, Pam.
Is
Oh
it
my
bad?
gosh. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like so much snow outside, which wouldn't be an issue for me, like I said, if I could get out of here, but now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
There's that.
Look for the chat. Let's see. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, it's really quiet. Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Huh.
What's on?
Oh, I'm just looking in the chat. I wish I could like see the screen and the chat at the same time.
That's the only thing I hate
Yeah.
about this is it's really hard for me to do both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easier to go live. Come on, Moo. Well, there's proof of life. Moo's still around.
There you go.
No, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like it's dead even on TikTok. It's dead everywhere today.
Yeah, it's strange. It feels strange.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody's on. I'm like, what did I miss that nobody's talking?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know why when I come in your StreamYard, I have to put my avatar back up. And I
I
had
don't
to
know.
type in my username. That's so weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand at all.
Jackie says the same thing. She comes in as just a record. I don't know why.
Yeah, and it says you have to have a blank photo, and then you have to put your username in.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. It don't matter. It's probably just something I'm doing. Who the hell knows?
Come on, Mo.
Canceled sharing videos. Everybody's sharing videos now. Watch us be
Video.
sitting in here and everything's happening.
Wait, is everything? What's happening over there?
I have no idea.
That's so funny.
I have no
Nothing.
clue.
Man, am I missing something? Is something going down and I'm not? I'm missing it.
Nah, I think Nana's got at least another 30 minutes before she starts popping off.
Oh, and I can't with that woman. I can't. She's gonna sit there and like she's hurting my feelings with a freaking tea can. Like, oh my goodness. Like
Oh
there
God.
ain't no feelings getting hurt, Nana. Just yours.
Yeah,
Apparently,
she really thought that was a good one.
that hurt her. You know it. That hurt
Yeah.
her yesterday. She was spiraling. It was so funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, she got big mad when even her paid for friends wouldn't play with her.
I haven't talked in months. Like for real, for real.
Like you've been talking for the last 2 weeks solid. Stop your mouth.
Hey,
Stop it.
Sherry. Yeah, it's just wild over there.
Yeah, I don't understand her. Hey Sherry Allen, welcome. Hey F Lie.
Joel,
The F Lie's here.
F. Briley, that's so funny.
I know. At first I was like, who's that? Oh, never mind, I get it.
Yeah, I know. First I'm going F. Bry, F. F. Briley.
I just saw Bree and I'm like, come on, what's happening? Every time you say it's quiet, then all hell breaks loose. I'm like, no. Then I was like, then I got it. F Lie. Like FBI.
I know.
I was like, I might
That's
be a
so
little slow
funny.
today, but it's okay.
Oh,
My kids
geez.
got canceled again tomorrow. I'm like, are you kidding me?
So did mine. I'm stuck here with the kids in the snow. They're eating me out of house. I'm baking cookies right now. They just ate a whole tub of cookies earlier. Now they're baking them because,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. I air fried like 2 cans of biscuits and just start throwing it at him today. I'm not even joking. I was like, I can't. Then I thought of Nana in the black dress and I was thinking can of biscuits because they popped.
That's so funny. Stephanie, it's a weird day, right, Stephanie? It is. What's going on?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks
TikTok.
for going live. I know, right? We all need to hear voices today.
That's so funny. Angel, I'll give you a shovel. That's just being funny. See, I have a shovel, just not a snow shovel. I have like one of those, like,
Like a dig in the
hide the
yard.
body shovels, but I don't have a snow
Yeah.
shovel.
Hide the
I have
body.
plenty of hide the body shovels. I
Well,
don't know if it's going to work on the snow.
You're from Jersey, so.
Yeah, I got quite a few of those. And you got to
It's
see
like
my garbage bags, man. They're huge.
they're part of the Jersey starter pack.
Right?
When my daughter lived up there, she was like, "Mom, this is where they filmed that scene at the cafe in with the Sopranos." I'm like, oh, I love it.
That's so funny. Sopranos used to film in a Party City right near my house. For some
Yeah,
reason, in the back room, they filmed there a lot. I was like,
I wonder why.
they just used the big room for the meetup room or whatever, and so
Oh
we used to
yeah,
be there all the time.
yeah,
But
that
it was
was.
great because there was so much traffic anyway, and then you add them taping The Sopranos, and it was like, come on, man, I'm never getting home from work.
Yeah, I could imagine.
When you were talking about that and making that video, I was dying. Oh, the video I just put up, yeah, for real. I'm the voice of reason. Wow.
I believe it. How scary is that, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. If I'm the voice of reason, y'all are in a lot of trouble. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. If any of us are the ones you're looking to for knowledge, we're like, oh crap, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh my gosh, I know. But I feel like, has anybody noticed that there's no more gypsy content now that everybody's fighting and all this doxing is happening and all this crap is going on?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, everyone's been
It
leaving
sounds
gypsy.
like it might have been the goal.
Yeah, for real. I really think so. When you were talking about not having a shovel to get out, yeah, I'm stuck here, Angel. I am so stuck. Y'all are stuck with me, though. I'm going to be sitting here on a live. Look at who you compete with, Possum. Well, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Possum's going to live in her own fresh hell for the rest of her life.
Oh, I can't even. And then you got all this crap with Fancy and doxing Becca, which was absolutely outrageous. Like, I don't know who Fancy thinks she is that she can get away with all the nonsense that comes out of her mouth, but I'm over that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't even. Like we're just doxing people left and right, and these people are running. It's just wild.
Yeah. Yeah, they're.
Hey, now you're a nurse. You never utter the Q word. You have. That I know. The second I say quiet, something's about to go down, guys. You just know what's going to happen. I know, Becca. I'm so sick of seeing the replays of Bree's stupid live. Like as if the tweaker doesn't have her own shitty past. That's what she's crying 1 minute about people doxing her husband, and then you're going to sit there and dox people. It just makes no sense. Sarcasm? Yeah, I'm a little bit sarcastic.
Yeah, all of them do that. All of them, they can do whatever they want, but then when it gets done back, they play victim.
Yeah, it's just, first of all, so I watched a lot. I don't know if it was a live with Bree, a piece of a live. I don't know, there's so much crap going on out there where it was like, she's lying. She's not a nurse. She had her license revoked, or, you know what I mean? It's not active anymore. But let me tell you something. As a nurse, your credentials are always there. Your education that you received for the many years you went to school and all of the experience you had as a nurse doesn't go away because you're no longer using your license. So it doesn't change anything that Becca Scoops puts out there. All of the information is still the same. And it's the same with the same experience with her opinion. You know what I mean? It doesn't change anything. Just because she's not using her license at the moment doesn't mean that her education and knowledge has changed.
Yeah, I agree.
So they keep, it's illegal to call yourself a nurse. The woman was a nurse. She's a nurse. She's educated. What do you mean it's illegal? What? It's absolutely wild what these people go to. Yeah. Once a nurse, always a nurse. That's it. I mean, if a doctor stops, retires and doesn't use his doctor, do we not call him doctor anymore? Is he not a doctor? He just lost it all the information he ever had, he lost. Like, come on, for real?
Yeah. Like I said, they couldn't argue the facts of what she was putting out, her or Toddy. They couldn't argue those emails. They couldn't argue the text of those emails. They panicked because everything makes, it makes Fancy look bad, but then it rolls downhill even more to Christy and Gypsy. So they panicked. So they can't argue them because they're right there. The context is there. The understanding of what it means and who was involved is there. So what do they have to do? Try to discredit the person that put them out. That's it. Because there was nothing left to do. But if you just take all that out of it, the facts are still the facts.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't, whether or not the license is active or not, doesn't have anything to do with the information she put out there is still true.
Exactly. But that's what they all do. They think if you're the loudest, then you're right. So that's why they mobilize. That's why they cross boundaries to talk to the people they can't stand, to mobilize even larger, because they think the louder they scream, the more right they are. Doesn't make you right because you have all these people squawking in a box. It doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
The facts are the facts. So they can, and I said this for, the last year, these people that just yell and scream, it doesn't make you right. But the people that don't have the knowledge and don't have the facts to back themselves up yell and scream and cause chaos and make a commotion to try to deflect from facts.
Yeah.
And
it's like and the play on words, I can't.
Oh God, the semantics.
My video
hey,
that hey, what's up, Codebox?
Nothing much, but no, I agree with you all. It makes no sense. Like, that's basically like saying like a teacher got their degree and obviously got their degree in teaching, was a teacher for let's say 15 years and then retired. You can't sit there and say, well, they're not a teacher anymore just because they currently happen to be retired for whatever reason. Doesn't mean that those 15 years just don't exist. That's not how that works.
That's exactly what I'm saying. A retired doctor, we still call him doctor, right?
Yeah, like that's not how that works. And like, obviously these people, these people are not very well educated because obviously like just by their tone and everything, especially Natasha Cooper. But
oh my God, I have been on this case since 2019.
2019.
I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna talk like a country redneck that was crowned the village idiot, and then not even pronounce my words or spell correctly.
That's so funny. I can't even.
And I'm gonna try to act tough. Yeah.
Yeah, her enunciations kill me.
It's funny. Honestly, I just find it more funny, if anything. That's literally the only thing. I just find it funny. And it's pathetic, but it's funny.
Honestly, that's how I started watching Natasha Cooper to begin with, was because she's just funny. Like, she makes no sense. She sits there, she's just mean as hell. People love being abused by her, and that the eyeballs right in the camera, like the eyebrows. It was just like, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah, again, she's character. You know, she's a character.
And Brie, ugh.
Oh my God. Okay, so the louder she gets, the more panic stricken Christy and Gypsy are. I'm just going to tell you that's been the pattern since last year.
And I do, yeah.
I've watched it from the inside, not as I wasn't on their side. I just infiltrated a little bit for a while. And yeah, I've seen the way they work. I've seen who really runs the show over there. I've done all the things. I know all the people. And I'm telling you, when they start to mobilize and when they start getting loud and when they cross boundaries with the people they don't like, that's when you know that they're scared to death. So whatever facts that you're hearing that they're trying to dispute, you know those facts are correct, because if they're wrong, they don't care. But if someone is putting the truth out, they mobilize and get loud. And they go on for 20 hours at a time. They do these endless lives, these constant lives, these things. It's just ridiculous. And you're sitting there going, and again, with Becca Scoops, they could not dispute the facts. They couldn't. You didn't see anybody trying to really dispute the facts of what she was saying. They went for her character, because and even Brie even said it in a live. We have to discredit her. She said it.
Yeah.
Why would they have to discredit her? Because what she was saying was true.
Yeah. Why would you, if something was if you said something that was a guaranteed fact, why would it need to be disproven in any way? Like, that's the thing that kills me, is like they're always putting up here, and Gypsy herself does this. Everything is true. Well, if it's true, then just let Becca do her thing and you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. It's when they get crazy. That's when you know that what's being said is the absolute truth. What Becca and Toddy are saying is true. And what they did were, with Fancy, she just let out certain emails. What they did was they got that FOIA stuff. They put those emails in a context. They showed the before and the after, all the stuff that Fancy didn't let out. They put it to context and they made sense of it. That's their interpretation of it. I don't disagree with that at all. I don't disagree with their interpretation of it. But as soon as that started happening, that other side started to mobilize. And what were they doing? Looking for personal info, because they knew they could not dispute the facts of what they were pointing, or what they were pointing out, what they were letting out into the public. They knew they could not dispute that truth, so they have to discredit her. And it didn't work. I mean, I'm not swayed by anything they said. I could care less. I know what Becca Scoops and what Toddy put out is true. So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't have any doubt.
Oh, I just burnt my mouth with a hot cookie.
Oh, no.
And I also agree with you too, Ivory. I definitely do think that Gypsy, Brie, and all them, they've been starting all these things like doxing and stuff to divert people's attention away from Gypsy herself and focusing more on other things, to be like, okay, they're not focusing on Gypsy. Now they're going to focus on the docs, which is stupid, because not only is Gypsy is breaking a rule by doxing someone, but it just makes you all more target of discussion.
Yep.
Yeah. Deflection.
And it's not very good deflection either.
Well, no, but they think they've done something. So,
I mean, really think about it. Gypsy's been posting and everything lately. There's a lot of content out there, and nobody's using any of it. Nobody's doing any more content on Gypsy Rose. Now it's all about the doxing situation. It's all about each other and finding information and it's just become wild. The whole niche has become crazy.
I bet you it'll happen again once her TV show comes out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
because that's going to be a shit show in and of itself. And we got more terrible things about everyone to talk about there. So that'll be lovely. Not. I'm pretty sure you saw the thing about Becca getting Scoops getting doxxed and everything with Fancy, and then there's also and then Gypsy going to a Post Malone concert. Like, she constantly has to remind everyone that she's a perfect mom, but then the moment that she does something that, like, why would you go to a concert not even like almost a month or right at a month after you've had your child because you're exhausted and need time for you?
Not even that, but why post it? She's posting it because she wants us to talk about it. She wants us to talk about her for not being a good mother. Because let's be real, she can go to that concert and not video herself. She videoed herself the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, she could have gone to that concert, not have said anything, not have posted nothing, and then maybe a couple of people would have found out. You know what I mean? But then there's no. You want people. You're going out there and you're doing this crap on purpose.
And she also violated her parole doing that too. Sorry.
With the Metropolitan?
No, with her going out to the concert.
Just her going was a violation of her parole?
Well, because it was the place that she went to had alcohol and she's not allowed to be around alcohol.
So yes, she is actually, as long as the place is not. That's not the only.
Actually, in the first episode of her show, she specifically told Ryan that she's not allowed to be around alcohol.
So if you look at her thing, and somebody else, one of the other ones also commented on it and said, as long as the place, their sole purpose is not to sell alcohol, she can be in places that distribute it, but it can't be their sole purpose is distribution of alcohol. However, she was drinking there, wasn't she?
That's the rumor.
So either way, I feel like, sorry, I was just reading a comment. So either way, she violated her parole because she was clearly served a Metropolitan. So they called it a grape juice. She was drinking grape juice at a concert.
I get you. It's not like it would make any difference anyway.
It doesn't,
because her PO doesn't really seem to care what she does.
Well, any way you look at it, she's messy. Any way you look at it, she's messy. I want to know if think about it. Christy and Rod are drinkers. Every time you see Rod on the show, he's got a beer in his hand. That man can't not drink. Okay? Why would you let somebody go home to people who are constantly drinking? That's not a concern for her parole?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I mean, but again, no one wants to put up with that fight. She's too public.
Honestly, I'm going to go out and say this too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ivory.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, at this point too, and I know we've talked about it a lot in Morbid's panel, I think Fancy is just as bad as the Blanchards.
I agree with you. Fancy is mad at the world because she didn't get her 15 minutes with the documentary she was supposed to do with the Blanchards. And now everybody's going to pay the price.
Yep. She was sitting on a box of papers for 8.5 years. And if you look at the big discoveries in them, she didn't discover any of them. She doesn't understand them. Colleen discovered, this one discovered, KJ even recently discovered something when they were talking for their 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Fancy's had all this information forever. She didn't do anything with it. She can't complete a task. Look at her life. She can't complete a task. That was the issue. She just sat on it and claimed ownership. In my opinion, that's what she's done. She represents herself as something she's not. Even now, I have a production company. Show me that staff list.
For real.
I mean, come on.
You can call yourself.
I can say, I can say I have a production company because I, produce and run this house with, 8 kids, 9 kids, depending on who's home. You know what I'm saying? I run a production company. I'm a CEO of a company. I'm a mom. But in Fancy's world, that would be, I'm now a CEO. I run this business. It's just ridiculous. You don't
She
have money for gas to get to Missouri, but you have a team of lawyers. You have to get a public
Yeah.
defender, but you have a team of lawyers.
and
One
a
of them can
warrant,
handle.
by the
Yeah.
way.
I think maybe 2. But I'm not joking. I'm working on that. But you have this team of lawyers, this great team of lawyers that you summon all the time to go after people. Kind of like someone else we know, and but yet not one of them could handle a misdemeanor for you in Missouri. Your big team of attorneys, not one of them could take a misdemeanor from Missouri. Even call their friend, in Missouri. Call a friend, phone in a favor. No, she had to ask for a public defender, who, by the way, she lost in the last case when the warrant was issued. He's not representing her anymore. Just saying.
I'm completely talking to myself on mute. But you really thought that documentary with the Blanchards was going to make her somebody and get her known. And now she's just hurt and going after everybody because now it's never going to happen. If I hear one more person tell me that we all need to fancy credit for all of the information that's out there, that drives me nuts. You're not getting credit. You want credit for everything, but no, you're not getting credit for any of it. You know what I mean? I can't with her. Again, it's all about her 15 minutes of fame. She just wants to be the famous Fancy Maselli. And she doesn't care who she hurts. Like, oh, people are doxing me. Honey, I watched you dox yourself on your live. You gave that 911 operator your entire address, your telephone number, all of your information on a live. You doxed yourself, and here you are crying. But meanwhile, I'm just going to dox everybody. Like, I can't with that nonsense. If it's public record, if I hear that one more time too.
Yeah. She even told the 911 operator to hold on because she was on a live with their fans.
Yeah.
That had me rolling.
Being that 911 operator?
I can't.
Nope, sorry. You know they're blaming Morbid that Jip got doxxed? Wait, what?
That Gypsy got doxxed. Gypsy's
What the hell
public.
did Gypsy Rose get doxxed? She's a public figure. Google her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you dox a public figure?
Yeah. Morbid didn't do anything like that. There's no way. And who would?
There's nobody putting out more of Gypsy's private information than Gypsy Rose.
Yep.
So one, how is she being doxxed? How was she doxxed?
Yeah, she wasn't doxxed.
And how did Morbid dox her?
Yeah. Might have been a trick, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's always big creators' fault for everything that goes wrong.
Did I steal the copyright stuff from her that Morbid went over last night? She wrote YouTube literal books. No, I didn't. I wasn't in the live last night. What did I miss? Kobox, were you there? Maybe not.
I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
what is she hitting with copyrights? Who's she hitting with copyrights?
Well, I know that she was going on a copyright strike binge because she said it. Oh. So she spent the whole day the other day just copywriting everybody. So I don't know who else she hit. I never heard a follow-up video.
Wow. Gypsy's whole house and street was on national television. That's what I'm saying. You can't dox that. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what I mean? She claims to be public. That's, it is what it is. Like, you can't. It was on a show. That's just wild.
Yeah.
Morbid showed his, but it had everything she was writing to YouTube. That's crazy. She just is so mad. And as far as Becca Scoops, and nobody pushes Becca Scoops like I can push Becca Scoops. I love pushing Becca Scoops. I always send people to watch Becca Scoops because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, Bree and all of these people fancy, oh, she's not a nurse, it's illegal, which is just not very smart. Okay. 90% of the stuff that she talks about in her videos, she's not actually using her nursing experience.
Yeah. Are you in the comments?
No, why?
-X.
All the anti-gypsy creators, what about them? I don't know if you saw my comment above, Ivory, but you're also being doxxed on the subreddit. You're going into your family history, etc. It's pretty nasty stuff. Well, let me tell you something. People have been doxing me for quite some time. My name is already out there. Unfortunately, my address, my business information is already out there. People and creators have already put out my children and reached out to my children. They have already posted pictures of my family.
Not
Yeah.
even.
You know what I mean? So yeah, they've been doing it for quite some time, which I think is really funny because aren't they hitting really hard after I tried telling people that there's people out there doxing creators? I said it. So yeah, it happens. Am I gonna cry about it? That's what people want from me. They want a reaction and you're not gonna get it. So you know what I mean? I'm a nurse. Whoa. She owns a couple of businesses. Whoa. Let them look. I mean, nothing that they can put out there can be hurtful because if it's truth, it's not hurtful. I read all the documents in the Discord where Morbid posted them before. Yeah, I'm sure it's insane. But she was saying Morbid and said all his alias. I'm just so tired of the doxing. I'm just so absolutely sick and tired of all the doxing that's happening. It's just disgusting. And then it's the ones crying the loudest about being doxxed that are out there doxing multiple people.
Yeah.
Guys, make it.
Yeah, they have a whole team of people that work to just get information. That's what they do all day, every day. Those 20-hour lives, those 10-hour lives, that's all they talk about. Is
that yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're just ridiculous. Becca is no longer working as a nurse, therefore her license is not active. So going to nursing board means absolutely nothing. What are they going to the nursing board for? She's not working as a nurse. So
that's their level of intelligence.
Naomi put out a video. I'm going to go report you to the Board of Nursing. I can assure you, I have an impeccable nursing record, and the Board of Nursing doesn't really care what I say on TikTok, as long as I'm not putting out false medical information. So, I mean, you're going to go what? Tell the Board of Nursing that Becca said she was a nurse? They're going to laugh, y'all. And then the second time you report it, they'll press charges on you for fake reporting. So, Fancy, go have fun with that because they don't play. That's just absolutely, I mean, for what? All because she said facts and y'all can't dispute them? You can't cover it up anymore? Gypsy Rose is out there. Gypsy Rose is out there. All of the truth is coming out and y'all can't hide it anymore. And so what? What are they going to do? Take her nursing license away? Come on, people. Make it make sense. That's, these people like to talk their shit, but make it make sense. Really listen to what people are saying. Don't just hear them, listen to them.
Sorry, my child got in the chips.
I'm trying to read this chat as fast as I can.
Hang on, let me go back in.
Yeah, they don't want any more gypsy receipts coming out. They said she's going to the nursing board because she commits crimes making YouTube videos and says she used to be a nurse.
Okay.
Well, she was a nurse.
Yeah.
She still is an educated woman with a degree in nursing, mind you. So whether or not she works as a nurse actively doesn't mean that her opinion in her nursing experience and nursing knowledge doesn't hold water. So again, you all sound like they sound like a bunch of idiots.
Well, the whole thing is, again, it just goes to how loud they're getting because they're scared to death because she hit something. You know what I mean? She found something. She made sense of something. She put context to it and people listen. And so what they're doing now is they're trying to get her in trouble here, dox her there, bring up all of her old past, deflect, discredit her. They said it. We have to discredit her. They said it.
Yeah.
And why would they do that? Because they're trying to shut her up because she's right. That's the bottom line. She's right. So anybody can think whatever they want. I personally respect her. I love her. I don't care what she did. I don't care. It has nothing to do with the facts that she's putting out. Nothing.
It doesn't change the fact that she's speaking facts. Like,
Yes.
It doesn't change anything. Oh, now all of a sudden that video doesn't hold water anymore because she's not actively working as a nurse. Make it make sense, people. Oh, it's criminal to say that you were a nurse. No, it's not. No, it's not. She never said she was actively working as a nurse. So no, it's not. It's not criminal. She still is an educated woman who holds a degree in the nursing field. So no, it's not illegal. Like, these people want to know all. It's so funny.
Yeah, all the things that she put out have nothing to do with her past, have nothing to do with anything other than she put out factual information. And again, the loud people are upset. They're upset. Let them be.
You know what, Carol? I really hope you're right. I hope Becca doesn't stop putting out the videos. I don't think she will. You know what I mean? There's nothing they're saying is true. So, you know what I mean? While it's hurtful and she had a lot of reasons not to want to be doxxed, which are completely understandable, and my heart broke for her, really did. I really hope she doesn't, because she brings so much to light. She's changed so many minds, and you know what I mean? I really hope she doesn't. And I don't think so, because Becca to me sounds like a toughie. You know what I mean? She sounds like a tough woman. She's not going to let them break her. Nor should she.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm back. I had to do something. No, I agree. Becca is a really strong person.
Yeah. And I don't think it'll stop her. I think, in fact, it might just make her go harder.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that. I would love that for her.
Yeah.
And it's like I said on Morbid's Live, I was very I was very intrigued by her story. I just don't like the fact that she was forced to come out with something so personal, because I'm always a believer of, like, even if something might sound interesting in terms of like a person's story, you should always respect their consent. I don't like someone having to be forced to, tell their story because of something that happened to them. That's just not right to me.
Yep. I completely agree with you. And it's not even just, their story. Her story has so many ins and outs, and it's, you know what I mean? Like, that's a serious story. That could have put a lot of people in danger. And they doxed her, putting all that out there, seeing what the contents were of her situation, and still had no regard for anybody involved with Becca. Like, they just simply don't care. There's no human decency in that group at all. Fancy, there's nothing. No human decency with that woman. Same thing with Bree and Natasha Cooper and everybody else. Y'all are the first bees to cry, but yet you'll sit there and you'll do it to them. I watched that whole group dox so many freaking people. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yet they're the first to cry and cry the loudest. And they're going to hold 24-hour lives. And, oh my gosh, get this Instagram page down and take my picture down. And seriously, they're the loudest to cry, but they're the first ones to do it to somebody else. It's I just can't. I just can't. I don't do stupid very well. I can't do stupid. I just can't. It makes me really angry. You can't back up Gypsy and defend Gypsy with just facts. And so you dox people to take the spotlight away from all of the truth that we're putting out there. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And it's so disgusting. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm scolding anybody, but it just makes me so mad. The doxing thing, say what you want about Becca, but when you start including families, like, she's got kids and husbands and ex-husbands, and, oh, she wasn't married. Let me tell you something. I have an ex-husband. I tell stories all the time to this day and just call him my husband, because nobody needs an explanation. It's just easier. But he was, in fact, her husband at one time. Like, the stupid.
The semantics. It's semantics.
Wordplay. I can't even. It just makes me so angry. when I saw that, I had to step back for a minute because it really, watching Becca get doxxed and then seeing what, you know what I mean? I watched Morbid's live, so seeing what was in, you know, how she had to come out and tell people, which she shouldn't even have had to. And I understand wanting to clarify though, but telling people her story broke my freaking heart, man.
Can you drop the link? Jax is in here.
Oh yeah, it really broke my heart. It just got me so mad that you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just, that made me need to step back. And I wasn't even affected by that other than to be hurt for Becca, who does great content, puts out facts, speaks the truth, and changed so many people's minds, and they just can't handle it. They just can't handle it. And right, she says former nurse, but at the end of the day, your nursing knowledge and experiences are your nursing knowledge and experience. It doesn't change anything. Whether or not she's actively practicing doesn't matter. You know, if I decided to, you know, let my license go tomorrow, am I still not a nurse? Was the 20 years I spent in the nursing world just not, it leaves my mind, all the knowledge I've gained, all of it, like, am I not a nurse anymore? No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Hello, Jack.
Hey guys,
Hey, Mama.
I got my car back.
Oh, how'd that go?
Good. What are you guys talking about?
Becca being doxxed by Fancy.
Hold on, was it Fancy that did it?
Well, it was Fancy, Bree, and who else, guys? It was
Natasha.
Oh, Natasha Cooper did it too.
They're all pieces of shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my.
I don't think they realize that the harder they go with Becca, the harder the rest of us are going to work to push out Becca's videos and Becca, you know what I mean, her content. Like, that's
I don't understand why they go after Becca. She's so nice.
I know. Well, because she speaks facts, though, and they couldn't dispute any of the facts, and they couldn't sit there and, you know what I mean? Like, they couldn't go after what she was saying. It's all truth. And so the only way to get to her is personally.
Well, I feel like that, what's her name, Natasha Cooper has been jealous of Becca for the longest time because remember ages ago she said something and I think you were like, oh, was it you or someone else was like, oh, we don't really talk about other people on the panel or something, and it was like she had to be quiet. I don't know if it was us or probably somewhere else, but I sort of thought like, why are you weird about Becca? Like, what, because she's more popular than you?
It's because they don't like her, one, because look at her content. It's amazing. Let's be real. And look at the facts she puts out there, and nobody can go with her. I mean, debate her. I dare any one of them to debate her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you can't knock someone down and prove them wrong and go at them like adults, then, well, now we got to go out there and, you know, play nasty games on the side because they're going to do whatever they can to knock the people down. Which to me is absolutely ridiculous, because if you got to work that hard to get rid of somebody who's giving facts that you can't dispute, you might want to rethink your logic and change sides, because obviously your truth that you believe you have isn't really the truth, Bree. You could sit there and play, you know, games with words and all the other shit. It doesn't make what you're saying true.
Yeah. I mean, Pam explains it the best with the way that, what's her name, Bree does, like, it's like a rope-a-dope thing. Like, you ask her a question. Like, I could say to her, okay, so why didn't Gypsy sue the doctors? Bree would literally just go around in a fucking circle 20 times, and it's like, what? That wasn't an answer.
Yeah, she talks in cursive.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, she 100% talks in cursive. Well, see, what she did was she was mad at doctors and she could sue the doctors, but she was in prison. Okay, she was in prison when that happened. And really, I mean, what would she sue the doctors for? Because, okay, so yeah, she was sick. She was sick. Remember, she was okay. So she had this, and then, but she wasn't sick. She wasn't in a wheelchair, but she needed it kind of. Well, okay, she didn't need it. But okay, so she could have stood up, but could she really? Could she really? And the doctors knew it, but they just wrote down the wrong thing because they wrote down what Dee Dee said. And I'm like, well, what about the test? Well, the tests were messed up because mom gave the wrong information. And so here's what happened. Here's what happened.
Just like her.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I will
So here's
say
what
this
happened.
though. Bree's logic is not as tight as the button on her pants, so don't expect anything intelligent.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. There's enough content just in the way she talks. I'm just telling you. It's like talking in cursive. And then at the end, okay, so yeah, so and you know, why would she sue the doctors? They don't have anything. So they don't have anything. So but she could, but she's not gonna, because she's not like that, because she's a good person and she's a good person. And then so yeah, so that's the proof. She wasn't sick. Her mom made her sick. See what I just said? That's how she does it. There's the proof.
I'm pretty sure you do the best ever Brie impression.
Oh God. Yeah, she just talks in cursive, and you're just sitting there going, what were, and when she goes, oh, and wait, I gotta show you something. Hang on, click, look at my green screen. Okay, so what, I'm gonna pull this up. Well, that's the wrong one, but since we're on this, hang on, I'm gonna tell you about this. And then you're like, why are we talking about cheese? Like, I mean, that's just where you go. It's,
And then she'll
what is
tell the
happening?
whole live how she,
Yeah,
how she's spoken. Yeah, maybe about cheese.
yeah,
You
who
crack
knows
me
what
up,
we're
man.
talking about? We're not talking about cheese and, you know, Rice Krispie treats. I don't even know. I don't even know what she is ever talking about. And that literally will go on for 45 minutes straight. That whole spiel of, you know, I don't even think she remembers what the original question was when it all comes down to it. But at the end, she's shown the proof, which never came up on the screen.
I
So
think that's how Gypsy keeps her around, because people just listen to this rope-a-dope nonsense.
yeah, 100%.
Gypsy keeps her around because she's the only one willing to go 24/7 with this nonsense.
Teresa
who
Noel
else
comes in the chat. I
hard
just got here. Who has cheese?
I just got here. Who
Who
else
has
is
cheese?
willing to work so hard for somebody? You know what I mean? Like, that's why they keep her around. Let's be real.
Yeah. She's an unpaid employee.
Yeah, but you don't even acknowledge her. And what was Bree's justification for that? Well, because if she did acknowledge me, you all would go that hard. No, that's just what she's telling you, Bree.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just her reasoning for not acknowledging you as a friend publicly. But that's not the real reason. It's like, I feel like I'm in like the 5th grade again. We're friends, but we're going to be secret friends, secret best friends. Nobody else could know that we're BFFs. Like, come on. I can't with that nonsense.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
It just, you know, and it makes me sick. All of the, you know, fancy, you're never getting you're never going to be famous, Fancy. I'm sorry to break it to you. You know what I mean? It's just, it's over and done with. Like, your big thing, she's hot mad because she never got her documentary. Let's be real. Now, where I think she could have, you know, actually been a content creator if she wanted to, and she stopped focusing on trying to become famous. But you see, the problem is she's trying to become famous. Your days are done. Your days are done. Now you're just the butt of everyone's jokes. Like, let's be for real. The more you sit there and try and do all this shit, the harder we all laugh at you. You lost any credibility you might have had at one point. I'm just saying.
Teresa, I love cheese, but I hate Brie. I can't. The comments are cracking me up. I can't.
And that's the same thing with Natasha Cooper. Like, you've been burned so many times, Natasha. Like, you literally, I don't even know what to say.
Oh my God, Dash said won't be famous with those googly eyes. You know what? That makes me, because like whenever I watch her, I just see her eyes go from one side to the other like so quickly, and it like really, like, I don't know.
It's the eyelashes on the outside of the glasses that get me every time with that filter.
Oh, that filter.
And the way they kiss Christy, let me tell you something with Christy. You know what really turned me off in the beginning from Fancy? You want me to be completely honest with you? That every time you spoke and tried to have an intelligent conversation with her, she could bring it back to Christy Blanchard. That irritated the crap out of me. I mean, you could talk about anything, and somehow it was Christy Blanchard's fault, and she would go on for an hour on this tangent about Christy Blanchard. Like, her obsession is not even Gypsy Rose, it's Christy Blanchard. She is fixated with that woman because, again, she burned her chance at her 15 minutes of fame, and now it's just a revenge on Christy. It has nothing to do with Gypsy, in my opinion. It's just she's got to go after Christy and anybody else.
I have a theory on that.
Shoot.
I think, you know how one of Fancy's excuses for, what she's done and stuff is, well, all I wanted was for someone to take her under their wing and teach her the right ways to be when she got out and guide her so she didn't make these mistakes. I think she wanted to be Gypsy's new mama, and Christy got in the way. That's just my opinion. She's always talking about how the reason she's so mad at the Blanchards is because they didn't guide her the right direction. They're letting her do stupid things. They're letting her get into this trouble. They're not, telling her that dress doesn't look good on you. I would have done that. She says, I wouldn't have let her go like that because, she used to be a fashion designer. She said that. And so, she would have guided her the right way to come out into the world. She would have prepared her better. I think she wanted to be Gypsy's new mama. Just a thought.
Yeah.
I really do. Like I'm being dead serious. It wasn't even being funny. I really think that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was kind of fighting that thought for a while. I was like, because that really does sound like she wanted to be more involved with Gypsy than Christy.
Yes.
But regardless of even if it's that or not, she has a really unhealthy obsession with them, and it's scary to the point where if she feels like anyone else is stealing her thunder, they turn into the enemy. And I also found it funny when she went on that live and talked about Becca saying that, she's not a good person, and every one of us that's on Morbid's panel are not good because we sit over there and make fun of people and all this shit. And I'm like,
What
but
would
yeah, you can make live streams about all of us talking about us. So it's fine if you do it, but it's not fine if we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What
Well,
would she know?
I didn't grapple with that theory that I had. I've had it for a long time because I'm just telling you, I think that the quickest way for her to get the money was to be the closest to Gypsy. I think if she took over that mother role and kind of pushed everybody else aside, she could have been, in her mind, she might have been able to be in control of the money and who did what.
I never even thought of it the way you're thinking of it, but do you mean she wanted to be like Gypsy's PR team #1, walking her around and helping her and all that shit?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
100%. I think she wanted to be Gypsy's new mother, Gypsy's confidant, Gypsy's person. That could be PR as well, whatever. She'd be the one walking next to her on the red carpets. She really thought that was her ticket to stardom, and not behind the scenes as a producer of a documentary. I think she wanted to be right there in the thick of it. Every time she could get on camera, she did.
Absolutely.
Every single time. I think she wanted to sit right beside Gypsy.
And then when Christy fired her, she just turned into team anti-Gypsy. Is that what you...
Well, yeah, fan to felon, just like a lot of other people. That's my theory on that. Because if you listen to her now, she's like, well, someone just should have told her not to wear that pink dress because I would have never let her do that. I would have said, no, that doesn't look good on you, babe. I would have done this and I would have done that. And I would have prepared her. I said, they're not preparing her for the world. And it made me so mad because they weren't preparing her like I would have done. I would have done that. Oh, you wanted to be your new mama. You wanted to be the one on the right arm on the red carpet. That's who you wanted to be. And that didn't
Marty
happen.
Maluno said who was going to front the money for the documentary.
Thank you, Mighty.
Yep.
That's a good question. Who? Fancy? Miss, I don't even have gas money?
Yeah.
Who was it? The Blanchards? who were thankful that Gypsy murdered her mother so they can get money? The potential for money? Who was funding the documentary? I'm curious.
Yeah, there was no funding. What was there, like a $10 exchange at one point? I don't even know.
You were fighting over $10 in that live, talking about you owe me $10.
Yeah, I mean, there was no production company. She was there to gather information and get close. And I think she wanted to broker a deal with somebody. I don't think she had any intention of putting together anything because I don't think she had the manpower to do it or the funds to do it. Because that's $1 million issue. I mean, I don't make documentaries, but I've seen them on TV and they don't look cheap. I'm just saying. So the woman can't afford to pay her bills 90% of the time. She's selling, pink puffballs for security from Temu right now. I mean, it's just not that good looking for her right now. The funds aren't there. Yeah, the pink puffball with the, security thing, it'll save your life. I don't know how, because if someone's that close to you that you need a little pokey thing from your keychain of pink puffball, I don't know how you're supposed to survive that. I'm just saying. But throw the pink puffball at them. I don't know. But yeah, she's selling those. And I think she was hoping to get that close, to broker that deal for Gypsy, to be on her right arm, to guide her through all this, to be the one that everyone came to deal with Gypsy. And unfortunately, somebody else was in the middle of her and Gypsy, and that was Christy Blanchard. That's just my opinion. I think that's why she hates her so much. I think that's why they had beef. I think she kept overstepping her bounds. In my opinion.
I agree with you. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what else. I don't know with Fancy. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a person that wants to be in the limelight, and I mean, we all know she can't do the work, like to complete a task. Sure, she can do the work to some degree, but she can't complete the task. So
she talks the talk but can't walk the walk. She doesn't do any of the work that she claims.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
So,
she has these people, these poor people that just go and do things for her, and then takes all of the credit for all of it. It's just wild to me.
Yeah, and again, her main goal is to be in front of the camera, the front of the show, the head of everything. But she can't complete the job to get there. So what does she do? She wants to ride on the arm of somebody else. That would be Gypsy Rose, because that was the story. That's why she rode so hard for her.
Yes.
Thanks so much for the super sticker, Therese and all, for Ivory. Thank you.
Thank you. At the end of the day, Fancy just wants her name out there and to be known by the public. She doesn't care what she has to do for it. And that's really what it's all about.
Exactly.
She doesn't give a crap about Gypsy, Dee Dee, Nick, none of it. She really doesn't. She thought that Dee Dee's, Gypsy's whole thing was going to make her famous, and
didn't work out.
Didn't work out like that. And then she's scrambling, trying to put something together so she could still get her name out there. And boy, she's getting her name out there, but not in a good way.
Yeah, like someone said in the chat, now she's just a potato.
Teresa said she noticed Christy smoking inside the house. Hold on, there's what about the baby? Why would just even if the baby wasn't there, the baby's going to come back and smell smoke?
Yep.
Smokes in a house with a baby.
What the?
Exactly.
Ew.
Yep.
Oh, it's a vape. Same difference, though. I mean.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't want vape smoke in front of a baby either, or a reborn doll or whatever it is.
I worked in the industry for years, and Fancy's just a wannabe. Absolutely. Her main life goal was to have her name out there. She didn't care. 1 minute she's a singer. The next minute, what did she, Pam? What has she been? Go through that because I can't even.
Okay, the list is long. Okay, she was a singer. She was on the game show. I'm guessing multiple, but that's the one we found. So, well, not we. Somebody found it. We just put it out there a little bit more. She was a wedding coordinator. And in that, she, according to the reviews and the complaints, she showed up at well, first of all, she didn't complete those tasks either. She would show up at the venue for the reception, and the mother-in-law, soon to be mother-in-law, whatever, was losing her mind because things weren't paid for. And when she showed up at the reception, apparently it was her in her sweatpants and her husband and her kids all at the bar and eating the food. And yeah, so that didn't work out. She's a writer, of course. She's put her podcast into a binded book. So there's that. Let's see what else. She's an actress. She's been in everything. She was in a Taylor Swift music video, but turns out later, even though she said that on a live very loudly, she wasn't actually in a Taylor Swift video. She was at the same place where they were shooting a Taylor Swift video, and she ran into her in the hall. And then she said Taylor Swift was mean, and then I hated her because Taylor Swift is a princess. So then let's see what else. The acting credits, but then her IMDb got taken down because you can't put uncredited roles on an IMDb or BD, whatever it is. Let's see. She was a fashion designer. She just most recently talked about that. That's why she would have told Gypsy to wear a different dress than that pink one, because it made her look fat. She wasn't calling Gypsy fat, by the way. She just said she looked fat because she would have put her in something else, because she used to be in the fashion business. She was in the industry. She was a fashion designer. So add that to the list. Oh gosh, there's so many, and now I'm drawing a blank.
Someone said
a producer.
actress.
Yes.
Did you see it? Yeah.
Yes. Professional dancer again, because she was in a Taylor Swift video, which then got demoted to in the hallway where they were shooting a Taylor Swift video. Yes, she was a professional dancer. Many dance roles. You probably know her best from well, it slips my mind because I don't. Let's see. The acting credits alone, so many. The album is called Damsel in Distress by April Johns. It's a must listen to. You can find it on, what was that? Spotify? I don't know. Just Google it. April Johns. Oh, she's a veteran. Yes. Don't forget that. She's a veteran. Because she went to boot camp. And
Wait, she's a veteran?
Well, now there's a story there. Okay. She is absolutely a veteran. Because she did go to boot camp. Now, she intended to finish, but she had bad ankles and knees or something, and she was injured. And they were mean to her. And she didn't get the proper whatever. But she intended to serve, even though she claims she's a veteran. So the intention was there. It's kind of like the wording of the essential kidnapping. She was.
I intended to one day be president of the United States, so.
Yes, I intended to go to medical school, but I didn't. But I'm
Pam,
a hired doctor.
Yeah, you're Dr. Pam?
Yeah.
Someone said in the comments, Monty Maluto said, did she sell propane and propane products as well?
It's very possible. Yeah, it's very possible. We'll have to double check on that. I'll check my records. I am telling you, there have been so many things. The professional dancer is the one that gets me because I don't really know how you call yourself a professional dancer. I don't know, but
yes,
I will.
You do. We all saw that video of her dancing in her bathroom. Come on now, we saw it.
Well, I just noticed the mold on the ceiling. A Temu influencer, yes, we've got. That's the most recent thing, and I'm telling you, it is spot on Temu. So we need to really push that out there for her. Yeah, she's well, okay, and she also went to college.
Hey, don't forget she's a driver because she's the only person I know who could be kidnapped with a gun in their pocket. Just saying.
Yes, yes,
and you got out of that sticky situation real quick.
Absolutely, and by somebody that was so ill most of the trip that she could barely function. But she did have time to lounge at the pool. Her kidnapper did allow that. So that was good for her. She was able to, get through that. She has many, many, many disabilities, which of course kept her from going to court in person in Missouri. However, she did get better because she flew 2 days before her court date in Missouri, where she was too ill and had the many disabilities and couldn't make it to Missouri. She did, however, get on a plane and fly to Florida that week for a podcast with Tasha K. So she was there drinking and hanging out on the beach and talking about packing like Leanne Tui with her husband, who needs a double lung transplant, who was smoking with no oxygen. So, she's also a miracle worker. Yeah, it was really good. But she did get back in time for that court date, but only on WebEx because, she couldn't travel, even though she just got off a plane and got back to her house the
Do
day
you
of
know
court.
the story about the boot camp putting someone's head in the toilet? Because a lot of people are talking about it.
I don't know that whole story because I only got bits and pieces, so I don't want to get it wrong because, Fancy's big on facts. Yeah. They were mean to her and she had bad knees. That's what I know. And even though she's a vet, it was because she intended to be, not because she actually was, because she did go to boot camp. She has her, whatever those forms are. She's got them. We've never seen them, but she keeps saying she has them around there someplace. I'm assuming they're in a box underneath the gypsy content. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she probably lied about the toilet too. I don't know. I just know that she intended to serve, so she's now a vet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The list is long, but I do highly recommend everybody Google April Johns Damsel in Distress. It is, candy for the ears. It's candy for the ears. It's beautiful. She even has a song there called A Little Bit Gypsy, which I found
Y'all
ironic.
better like this live or I'm about to whip your ears off playing it.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful tunes. Good for a romantic evening. Yeah, it's really good. It's a beautiful album. Damsel in Distress.
Hold on, can she get you for a copyright if we play it?
No.
I'm sure she'll try.
Yeah, she will. I'll do it anyway, though.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful. Yeah, it's one of the.
Lucky I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, A Little Bit Gypsy's one of my favorites off that album. I think it should have been released as a single, but it wasn't for whatever reason. I don't know why. She's not. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dash. But she intended to serve, so I don't think you're taking that into account. She intended to serve, just like she intended to do a lot of
Man,
things.
you're forgetting the biggest thing.
Cushy nonsense. How can anybody take anything she says with any credibility?
Yeah.
Ivory and Pam, you're missing the biggest thing that she was. On Clapper, she said that she is the Gypsy Rose expert. Like, remember?
Well, we all know
one?
that. Yeah, she's absolutely the Gypsy Rose expert. She is.
The only expert on Gypsy Rose, yes.
Mm-hmm. She did also go to college. Remember, she had the college fund for a while. She did go to college. She was taking
the college fund. Was she getting money off people for that?
I don't know that very many people gave it, but there was a GoFundMe a while back. It wasn't recent. It was something that somebody reposted from a while back. But yeah, so she was going to school to get a degree in either criminal psychology or something. But she has been able to since then self-diagnose that she has autism. Well, maybe her daughter gave her that. I can't remember which one gave her that diagnosis. Her or her daughter.
Self-diagnosed autism. What?
Yes, ma'am. Autism, ADHD.
Oh my God! Someone gave her $1,000 for that. Apparently, in the chat.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So I wouldn't doubt. Says, I just went on IMDb and she doesn't come up. Actually, doesn't she have one? Pam?
She did. They removed it. IMDb removed it. That's a true story. I dove into that
I remember seeing it. Yeah, somebody sent it to me.
Yeah, I think I went into that last March or April. Yeah, I did find that. Yeah, it was there in her credits that were listed. I found a copy of those. But IMDb removed it because you cannot claim on your IMDb that you have acting credits when they are uncredited roles, and every role she had was an uncredited role. So basically a walk-on if it even existed.
So they took it down because she couldn't credit, she couldn't find facts about herself?
Yes. They removed it because you can't put uncredited roles on an IMDb from what I understand. That was the rule on that. And she put up an IMDb with all uncredited roles. So
and
they removed them.
Like Acorn just said, yet this woman who is accusing Becca of being disingenuous. Really?
Yes, 100%. Isn't that strange?
Ranch dressing just sent you $9.99.
Thank you.
Wow. That was nice.
That's so nice of you.
That was very nice of you. Make sure everybody hits the like button tonight. Also, as well, in the beginning, so it just kind of helps.
Ooh, Dash X! Don't be telling Fancy that. She'll cling on you like white on rice, man.
Yeah, but I mean, Fancy's list of things is just long and so good. I mean, but again, the album, that's my favorite. I've listened to it sitting by the lake. I've listened to it in my RV in the summer on a nice warm day. I played it for my husband. He thought it was some child singing that maybe did it in their basement.
Because I couldn't get through 5 seconds of it. I was dying.
Neither could I. Ivory said, was it Ivory or you, Pam? Someone sent it to me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're like,
it might have been me.
Yeah, Pam's like, it's Fancy. I'm like, stop it right now. What?
Yeah, it was in the early 80s, I believe. It was. I mean, it's one of those treasures, one of those hidden treasures that you just come across. Luckily, if you're lucky, you come across it once in a lifetime. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Teresa just said, I love Becca. I hope she's okay. You know what, Teresa? We all do. I give a lot of respect to Becca Scoops. I'm telling you, you guys know.
No one pushes her out more than what you do.
I absolutely.
Not only that, she has the best content of Gypsy, I think.
And this is coming from a content creator. She absolutely has the best content. Like, think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even compare to her. She really does have great content. And
the woman takes 2 weeks to a month to do a video.
She has a whole side over here to back her up. People want to sit there and talk about how she's faking who she is. Meanwhile, she's not faking, and you're just tearing apart at her words coming from the biggest fakers on the internet. Like, let's be for real, guys. How
many people
you sit there and try and say she's lying about who she is? Ha! Are we kidding?
Exactly.
Are we kidding?
Yeah.
How
many people have learned what really happened with Gypsy? Like, even me, I was like, how do I put all the pieces together? Ivory was like, I'm telling you now, watch Becca. She puts it all in a fucking timeline, and then you'll understand. And how many people in here, if you like Becca or not, did that happen to? Like, you get the timeline when you watch Becca,
Yeah, she makes it so understandable and easy to follow, and her voice is so easy to listen to, and it's just the way she puts it together. It's put together so well, and it's so thought out, and it's in a timeline that makes sense to people. She finds all those pieces and puts them together.
And Fancy and Natasha and Brie and all that, they're just jealous of it. They don't like it that the facts are on the screen. Brie doesn't like the facts on the screen. And Natasha and friggin' Fancy could never do a video like that if they fucking tried, even though both of them are apparently true crime investigators.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's the truth. That's the, you know what I mean? Like, and what about Spencer? Ivory, he came on, he wasn't a gypsy person. He was. And then Ivory said, listen, if you go watch Becca Scoops, watch a couple of episodes and come back. And now Spencer's a mod, and Spencer literally is team anti-gypsy because of watching Becca. Like, he's a prime example.
I have said so many, Becca has changed so many people's minds. And I know for a fact because I'm the one that sent them there. And they have come back and they were like, oh, I see it now. She has changed the minds of more people than I think she even realizes.
No, I agree.
And she is a big threat to them. That's the problem, is the biggest threat to Fancy, Brie, Gypsy, you know what I mean? Natasha Cooper, all of them is Becca Scoops.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And again, they can't attack her content, so they attack her character or try to.
But she deserves those views. They're jealous of the views. She deserves them. If you spend, like, I know for a fact that the little moving pictures that she puts on her thing, I know where she gets them from. I know how long it takes to download those things because I do them in mine. So I know how long it takes to get those videos, download them, put them in another thing, stretch them out, make them go like faster and slower. I know how much it takes to do just 14-minute video of that, let alone 45 minutes, however long she does it for. It's a lot of work and it takes a long time, and she would have to write things down to read them. You know what I mean? It takes a lot, and she deserves the views that she gets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I completely agree. She really does.
Like those videos that she's getting, they're like non-copyright videos. They take ages to download. Like one of my ones for my Ivan Milat video took me 20 minutes to download it. And then, do you know what I mean? It takes a long time to download them, and then you got to fit them, and then it's just a nightmare. And she puts like 400 of them in her video. Do you know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot of time. And then she's got to talk all her facts on top of it and get all her facts right. So she deserves everything that she has.
She does a lot of looking into things before she states them. A lot.
Exactly. And then she's got all the background of videos and all the, the stuff. I just think that she deserves what she gets. You know what I mean? Like the views and the whatever she gets. She just deserves it. And these people are friggin' jealous of it.
Yeah. Absolutely, boss lady. The bottom line is Becca never lied about her credentials, and her private life is nobody's business. Ain't it the truth?
Exactly.
100%. I'm pretty sure Brie and the Onions wouldn't like their complete private life delved into and all their loved ones.
Oh, no, they didn't when Resident Midnight did it, did they? They had a tantrum for, I think it was a 24-hour live.
Oh, honey, it went on for a month. And matter of fact, they still talk about it because they've got to find out who it is.
But it's okay for them to dig on everybody else and all that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. No, they had full come apart. They would be on 24 hours at a time. They talked about it every night. The whole thing was about, we've got to figure out who Rez, Pez, and Fez, Rez, Pez, and Fez. It just went on and on and on and
Who
on.
the fuck is Pez and Vez?
Pez is festering fancy, and I don't know who Pez was. I it was so confusing. But yeah, Rez and Pez and Fez, Rez and Pez and Fez. I'm like, oh, those are horrible names.
If
But
Bree's not yapping, then I can handle watching it for like 10 minutes, but then like I need to go to you to ask you what happened fully because my brain can't comprehend what Bree says for more than 10 minutes because it's just a roundabout of nothing.
yeah, that pretty much sums it up. A roundabout of nothing, a deflection. She'd
Or
be
I
good
watch
at
it on
selling like
Time or
snake
something, you know what I
oil.
mean, to get the highlights because I can't watch the whole thing. It does my head in.
Yeah, she'd be one of those. Remember those? Ivory, you might remember. This is kind of an American thing, I think. But the snake oil salesman.
No.
Okay, so like back in like Little House on the Prairie times, because I've watched it.
That's a little bit before my time.
Well, I mean, I wasn't alive then. I'm just saying I wasn't alive in the 1800s. But they would have these people that went around with this, medicinal purpose medicine will cure everything. They called them snake oil salesmen. So they were basically selling a tonic, which a lot of times was just some form of alcohol in a little bottle with a medicine symbol on it. And they would sell it and say it's a cure all for everything. And they'd go town to town in a little covered wagon thing or whatever. And they were snake oil salesmen. That's what Bree would be good at. They get everybody's attention. They're real loud and they talk in circles and, oh, look at this. I used to not be able to walk, but look at me now. I'm walking. And here's the proof. When I was little, I couldn't walk. And then, so now I'm walking. And then it was, like, this lady looks like she's going to faint. Well, now she doesn't look like she's going to faint. Look at her. She's taking the medicinal medicine. And blah, blah, blah.
Fancy be good at it too.
Nancy would be good at it.
Yeah,
But Bree would be great at that. She's a good snake oil salesman.
Trust me, it works because I've been doing this since 1819.
Natasha would be great at it too.
Yeah.
I've been on the gypsy case since 2019 with my Australian accent, trying to make myself American. Yeah.
Listen here, y'all. I've been doing this since way back in the day. So I know what I'm talking about.
Say it with your whole face.
Have a rose nose shit.
My favorite thing she ever said to me was, Pamela, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. They're over here making fun of me. Well, they're nothing but, they're just immature.
Yeah.
Do you know what she said about me? All she said about me was she
don't know nothing.
Yeah, and her little follower Jackie, she just sits in the box and just does that stupid laugh. What does she know? What has she done? Like she doesn't know herself from a box of hair. I'm like, box of hair? The fuck?
What the hell?
What the fuck does she mean a box of hair? At least I get up off the recliner, fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I got an actual shut the fuck up Pamela. So I felt honored.
I'm a little jealous.
As I got blocked.
You got told to shut the fuck up. Like I just got told I was up Ivory's behind and like all this box of hair shit. I don't even understand.
Let me tell y'all something.
That Ivory's behind a box of hair.
Don't know shit.
I'm sorry. I just love that. It's just so funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, but like I don't
Especially
even
when
know
she
what I
tries to be
sound like trying to pretend to be
intimidating.
Southern either because I'm Australian. So
Hey,
like
it's perfect, Jackie. It's perfect. It's dead on. I'm telling you.
Especially
I
when
thought you
she
were
tries to
Southern.
be intimidating.
No, I thought Jackie was from Texas when she said that. I really did. I was.
But what does she mean by a box of hair? Like
It's something
what
that people. It's an American saying. Well, not my American saying. I don't know where it came from, but it's it means you're dumb, like dumber than a box of hair. Like there's no brain in there. It's just hair, like a hairball.
Then a box of hair. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's so funny. But I mean,
why would anybody have a box of hair?
Not leaving the box of hair. Jackie's just not leaving the box of hair.
She's
But think about it. These people that are out here talking this nonsense are the ones trying to put Becca Scoops down. Well, that's not going to work out as as well as they
yeah.
think. I mean,
Yeah,
you got
I don't, they have plenty of mugshots over there. Maybe we should just repost. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sit there and dog somebody out for something when you literally have the same past.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
personally think that, even if there was a charge of something, I'm sorry, but trying to defraud people, stealing people's income tax money, trying to defraud the welfare system like Fancy, all of those things I think are way worse because it's a crime on people who are actually needy. It's a crime against others. It's a crime taking away from others, taking away stealing. It's stealing. And that is taking away from someone else. That's what, Natasha and Fancy have in their back pocket. It's the truth. It's out there. Not making it up.
Criminals calling people criminals.
Yeah,
Someone
it's disgusting.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
The only thing that I find sad though is here we are, and maybe not all. A lot of people are into the drama. Let's be for real. But there's a lot of content creators that really were just trying to push the narrative about who Gypsy Rose really is, and now all of that content is being lost and non-existent because all everyone can focus on is these people doxing each other. It's just wild to me, and it's really sad.
Teresa said the pot calling the shoe black. Thank Dreamer for that one. The pot calling the shoe black. She did say that. That was hilarious. That was a really good one.
Oh yeah, Bones. Oh yeah, Bones.
Bones. Bones. I'm sorry if that cracks me up. Their satire together could be a whole show. Like if she wasn't so dang mean and nasty, I think she kind of would still have to be mean and nasty, but maybe just not so gutturally mean and nasty at her core. Those two could have a show because their banter back and forth, it freaking cracks me up. I cannot. And I know she's vile. I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm not sticking up for Dreamer. I'm just saying she is a character and she cracks me up.
She does. I can't. I find her funny. I really do. But and again, I've said this before, though. I'll tell you what I respect about Dreamer, though, me personally, is that you can have an actual conversation with her and she'll be nice to you as long as you don't talk about Gypsy Rose. Like she could put that aside. Yeah. It's not her whole life. You know what I mean? Like she can.
The thing with Dreamer is that she is a character, and I did find her funny, but a lot of that and it still is funny. I'm not gonna lie. It still is, but the whole thing what she did with like the pet and her mom, that really like.
Oh no, I get it.
She was terrible before, but that really soured it.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I'm not discrediting any of that because that's what I mean by being a vile person. But as far as the others, like the satire that her and Merbit have together,
that's hilarious.
That is just hilarious. Like that could be a whole show. It really could be.
Bones,
Merbit, and Lawless Nana. I get so tickled at that every time. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But when she was up on that panel with Bones, she was having a good time. She really was. Like she was happy. She was when they did that big live, she was.
There's nobody that can tell me she doesn't love the hell out of Morbid.
I think she does. Well, I'm sure of it. But it's like she was really having such a good time and she was so happy. And he was just letting her tell her stories. And everybody in the chat was being so nice. And she felt really good. She literally went from there. They called her over to her live or to Bree's live. And they sat there and I followed. I watched. And they told her that everyone in the chat was making fun of her, that Morbid was in the chat making fun of her as she was talking, which didn't happen, by the way. That was not happening. Everybody was being supportive and being nice to her that night. They told her that she was only up there to be a joke and that she needed to know the truth. And she was really, like, you could just see her deflate. Like, you could hear it in her voice. And she believed them. And I thought it was sad. I really did. Because she was happy when she was up there with Bones and just telling her stories and her past. And everybody was asking nice questions and engaging with her. And then when she went over to Breeze, they told her that was all bullshit. And that everybody was making fun of her, which didn't happen that night.
Yeah, it's sad the way they
Yeah, it's manipulation, and it
the
was
puppet
sad because I watched that chat. I was in that chat. Everybody was being like, Dreamer, we're so glad to see you smiling, or we're so glad that you're, having fun here, and tell us more about, that ex-husband. And she was telling stories, and you know, it was sad. It was sad to see the way they treated her, and then they like put her on like probation,
Put her on
because they had told her
probation.
not to do that. Well, that the equivalent of their probation. Well, you're not going to do this for a while, and you're not going to do that for a while, but we'll
Wasn't
still
she
have you
now in the box for a while?
Yeah. Well, that was about something else. That was because she
Oh.
misunderstood what somebody said, and they started yelling at her for it because she did a video. But again, I think she gets a little confused sometimes, and they don't take that into account enough. And they started bashing her. And as soon as they, told her, hey, that video is wrong, we didn't say that, she took the video down and she apologized. And they told her it wasn't enough. And they weren't sure if they were ever going to be able to trust her again. And so you got to understand, for a while, you can't be in the box. That's when Bree was crying about her. I feel so bad about Dreamer. And she did the whole crying thing. It was posted everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
that was over that, because Bree wanted to have her in the box, which again goes to show who runs the show over there. It's not
That one
Bree.
does a lot of crying, doesn't she? I feel like she's in tears every other video.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But I do understand that Dreamer is vile in so many ways, and I'm not going to discredit that. I'm not going to say that that's okay, because none of that is. But I think there's a cognitive delay there as well. And I think she really enjoys talking with Bones. I really do.
I think she really does. And I
Yeah.
think, yeah. I agree.
And I
The
think he
only
kind of
thing
gets a kick out of her a little bit too sometimes. I
he
just
does. Let's be
I
real.
could be wrong because I don't know him, but it was really good banter. It really was.
It really was. I enjoyed that. I used to enjoy that. That's the merch that I bought from him, was the dreamy
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I mean, I used to get a kick out
One
of
of
it.
my favorite ones was when she would take like a dollar store hairbrush and just randomly start brushing.
And then the hair strands would be out in the brush, though. You saw them like just hanging there, trying
Yeah.
to look real cute for Bones.
Yeah, she really does enjoy him. I wish she was allowed to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sad that she's an adult, and here we are saying she's not allowed to. That's sad.
Well, it's the truth, because that's the niche that she's in over there, and she's not allowed. They say, "Well, we can't stop you," but you know how we feel about that. They did the same thing with Rogie, but Rogie was allowed. But Dreamer, she's just not allowed to have that freedom to do that stuff. She has to earn her place, and that's just how it is. I've seen it. It's gross.
You know what I just realized? Who are the Gypsy supporter content creators? Like, if you think about it, it's just that little
Spree.
Yeah, it's just that little I don't even know what your congregation over there. There really aren't
Bree and the Onions.
Yeah, there's so many on this side, but yeah, over there it's just Bree and her people.
Mm-hmm.
The only one. I mean, think about that, guys. I mean, the only people who defend Gypsy are those 5. What does that tell you?
Yeah, a lot.
The fact that that's the extent of her support says enough.
Oh, someone said. Oh, Bean said recap Julie. Well, recap Julie is just no, don't even.
Yeah, I don't know that she so much supports her. I mean, I think she likes her, but at least she'll put the story out there. You know what I mean? Just the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give her credit there. So yeah, I mean, really, the only people that support her are those 5 over there, and that should be really telling. That right there says so much. So I mean, you know what I mean? If all these people over here talking about how she's a liar, she's a murderer, she's this, she's that, and then you have 5 people defending her actions. Wow, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd be low-key embarrassed if I was, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's 5 people. I'm literally sitting here trying to think if there's any other people. I saw one time, but I think they're a Gypsy friend.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's people that support her that aren't creators, obviously. But as far as creators go, I can't really think of anybody else. I haven't.
And I mean,
I'm going to come across
people who supposedly do their investigating work and look into things, like really do a deep dive. I mean, after everybody's deep dive, those 5 came out in support of her. I mean, that right there is so telling. I'm just saying. It says a lot.
Yeah, well, I think she's the best thing that ever happened to them. How sad is that?
Yeah, that really is sad. Because how did Gypsy and Bree weren't friends? Didn't she like stalk Christy? I don't know. I heard a story. I'm not saying it's true, but
Well, the story Bree says is that Bree did a video about her and Gypsy commented on it and then messaged her or messaged her alone. I don't know if she commented on the video. And then they started talking that way.
And so they became BFFs because somebody said something nice on her video?
Yeah. Yeah, Bree had done a video about her and Gypsy reached out to her and they've become friends since then. Best friends.
BFFs.
Surface level on one side, but best friends.
Secret
best friends.
Best friends, okay, like we're best friends, but don't tell anybody we're best friends. Got it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But she, talked to Christy a lot too so I don't really know.
Yeah, see, I thought it was like Christy that she I don't know, she heard she was somewhere and she went and stalked her. I don't know, but that was just a story.
I always had the image of her seeing Christy in a restaurant with Gypsy and just standing outside with her face pressed up against the window. That's the image I have in my head. I may have dreamt it or created it. I don't know. But that's always the image I had. That's how they met. But I'm sure that's wrong. It was just in my brain.
So these people are now the Gypsy Rose defenders. I mean, we should get them all a cape. You know what I mean? But again, all Bree does is play on words.
What's wrong?
And they dox the hell out of people to take any. I really feel like something's up. Something is about to hit the fan.
Hold on.
Something is going to happen. I keep saying that, but something's about to happen. Because I feel like they're doing all this nonsense always to cause a distraction right before something crazy goes down. It's like their MO. It happens all the time. Oh, Jack is back. You're back, Jack.
Oh, I don't know. StreamYard doesn't like me. I went to press the exit button on the top to see the front of the live and then go back and it kicked me and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I do, Jack. I really feel
We're echoing.
It's Jackie. I was like, I really feel like that something is about to hit. Something is going to come out on Gypsy's side and Bree and them. And, I think Bree is really causing all this. You know what I mean? She's really riding hard for Fancy. Now, all of a sudden, all three of those are teaming up to Doc Spec Scoops. I mean, come on. I really feel like it's to hide something. Something's going to happen. Where'd she go? Jack left again? I believe that Christy had her people reach out to Bree because Bree made exposing Fancy content. Yeah. Well, we'll finally confirm no baby, but it will go unnoticed because we're so mad about Becca. I wonder, listen, there's nobody telling Jackie that there's a baby. I believe that she actually has a baby, but I don't know who's
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Apple, yes. Bree has always been a liability to Gypsy. Why? How do they not see that? Why do they let her go? Bree makes Gypsy look that much worse. In my opinion. Don't they see that though?
Sit down.
I wouldn't want Bree as my spokesperson.
No, especially not as unhinged as she is. I mean, she goes on these rants and raves. You're sitting there on lives 24 hours a day, and again, not making any sense. So come to my live and I'm going to prove everything that all these content creators are that what they're saying about Gypsy Rose is untrue. And like Pam said, she's going to come in and we're going to talk about cheese for 45 minutes and be like, but I proved it. None of y'all want to listen to the facts. It's wild to me.
Exactly. Proved what?
Yeah.
She just wants someone to push her narrative. You know what I mean? The anti-Gypsy narrative, for ages.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like there's going to be a hot mess when she gets off of parole. Once she's off of parole, man, that's going to be crazy. It's going to be a hot mess.
She's going to be so cocky, more cockeyed than before. She's going to just be, snapping back at everybody, She'll love it.
Yeah. Acorn, you're right. Fancy started up when everyone was discussing the Nick infiltration group. Deflection. Fancy chose to target Becca because Becca didn't want to collaborate. That's true.
Yeah, when Gypsy gets off of parole, she's going to be so cocky to the
Yeah.
point where I think it'll be her like even more of her downfall than she's already getting, because she'll be like, "Oh, I'm untouchable now. Take this, haters," and then she's going to use that as an excuse to go even more extreme with things, and then that's what's going to tank her even farther.
100%.
Someone said you can't push a narrative when everyone is blocked. Like, how come Ivory can? How come Ivory can say whatever she wants and she barely blocks anybody unless they were like saying really defamatory, nasty, horrible shit? But yet we can't go in there and have a discussion. We just get blocked for saying what we want. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why they block people, because they don't want that out there.
That's right. You know what I mean?
You can't have a difference of opinion.
If they
And
block
Ivory's
everybody, then they can't ask questions that you wouldn't know the answer to.
exactly,
Or have anything to back it up.
And Ivory's always said that, like, don't block the people, because even if they're being nasty in the comment section, it's engagement. It pushes you out. Like, like, it's engagement. Like, if Brie and all them came in here and started carrying on with their nonsense, who gives a shit? They're carrying on with their nonsense. They're pushing Ivory's live out. Who cares?
Well, think about it, though. If you're
They're doing
trying
you a
to
favor.
put narrative out there, right? If you're trying to push Gypsy's story out there, don't you want more people in there to push you out onto FYP and get the story out more? Like, they're blocking themselves. It makes no sense. If this story was so true and these facts are facts, like you say, why do you try so hard not to get it out there? Like, it makes no sense.
That's the thing that gets me too, is that the thing that always gets me, it's funny, but it's also infuriating. They're always like, I have all the facts and everything you say is an opinion. And I'm like, so wait a second. If everything you say is facts, then how is everything also an opinion at the same time?
Right. Yeah.
It's either one or the other.
I don't understand it with them. I just don't understand.
I also I know why she does it, but it's also stupid. The fact that Gypsy always feels the need to filter her profile pictures, like the one that she had the other day, and she might still have it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, why does she have a filter that makes her look like porcelain? She looked like one of those evil porcelain dolls you'd see in a horror movie, the way she stares at you. And I'm like, she looks like she's made of porcelain. Why?
She's always lived in that delusion that she's a princess, the wigs, the everything. And I get it, she's bald. But I'm just saying, I think that was the image that she likes and the delusional world that she lives in. Look at her cosplay. Look at all the stuff that she's never going to see herself for what she really, truly is. It's like people with body dysmorphic. Yeah, it's like people with body dysmorphic disorder. I don't think she sees what she really looks like ever. I really don't. I think that's the way she sees herself.
And honestly, I wonder if Ken sees her the same way.
I don't think. I don't know how. I mean, I couldn't even see her because I'd be so irritated by all that lip smacking and all that crap that she does with her throat.
And she always does this too. She goes,
yeah. Oh God!
After every word she says.
Her when she was live, like, I saw a little bit of it. I saw a replay, and she was sitting in, like, those rocking chairs that you put in like a baby's bedroom, and she was like, it was the weirdest thing. Like, she was pushing herself forward and back and forward and back, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It made me feel uncomfortable. Like the way that, the rocking, like the way she was rocking back and forth, like it was creepy as. Did anybody see it?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it in a
like she was pushing her head forward and back. Like why would you just want to self-rock like that? Like, if the chair does it, then yeah, but the rocking creeped me out.
She was rocking back and forth like a mental patient.
Yeah, like it was like mental patient shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was so friggin' creepy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
And also,
Ugh.
Teresa said in the chat she kept calling the baby it. She did do that. She did call it it a lot.
Did she really?
Yes, she did. You know, when she
Yeah,
was
because
pregnant,
it's
it
a
was that
$400.
baby or the baby, that baby, not my
It's a
daughter.
reborn doll off the internet. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's
Someone
in the box.
apparently heard it cry. Probably the neighbor's kid. I don't know, but like it just the whole situation wigs me out.
Hell, it could have been the TV for all we know.
If
Hey,
it's a
listen, my
reborn,
cry.
and
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is, but if it's a reborn doll, that further creates like that further like makes me worry about both Gypsy and Ken's mental state. The fact that they treat a reborn doll as a real kid, and I'm not saying it's like that. I'm just saying if that's the case, that whole thing, the whole thing they're trying to do is so creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just don't see her being a mother.
Well, she'll never be a mother. The baby was born with a job. If it was born, if it's in a box, the box baby has a job. It's to
I
further her
didn't hear it
image.
cry. I'm just saying someone apparently heard it cry, but I didn't
Well,
fucking hear it
again,
cry.
that could have been her TV. Who knows? It literally could have been a TV show. It could have been an app that she had a crying baby. Who knows? I'm not going to believe it till I see her with an actual baby that moves and not a robot baby. I'm just saying.
I mean, like on the actual show, I'm guessing like we're gonna, see a baby's face. It's gonna be a baby or whatever. But nobody can convince me that woman pushed it out. Like no one can convince me of it. It's just weird. I don't know. None of it makes sense to me.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
you guys with baby dolls, if you hold them upside and you put them head down, they come back up and they screech and they cry.
Yeah.
Just saying. I just don't understand why. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and I don't know. Why does she want a baby? Like, you would think that parenting something or like that kind of relationship, that mother-child relationship would be a trigger for her. I'm just saying.
And even if there is a baby, why would you call it it? Like that just proves herself, like how she loves herself, and it's all about her. Because why would you call a baby it? And why would you be going to a concert just after the baby was born?
You know, that concert, the only reason that her going to that concert really bothered me wasn't because she went to a concert. Like, listen, whatever. You want to go to concerts and leave your kid? Whatever. Quite frankly, I don't care. What bothered me about her going to that concert was the fact that here is Miss, I'm trying to be private and y'all won't leave me alone. Y'all keep using my name on the internet, is going to sit there and make herself so public about it. Like from the second she got there, walking into the line, at the thing, afterwards, like she made it completely public. Meanwhile, she's crying about how she's going to go private and how y'all can't talk about me. And it just makes no sense.
No, exactly. Her and Brie and all of them are like, just leave her alone. She just wants to live her life and blah, blah, blah. But if you're making your life public on the internet, everybody is up for scrutiny.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
She said,
you are 100% right.
Identity. Let's bring everything to find her identity. I think she thought a baby would help her feel more secure in herself, but nope. She has to look inwards. You know what though? I mean, yeah, she might be. I don't know if she's looking for happiness. I don't even know if she knows what happiness is.
Well, to her,
Luminescent.
happiness is attention. That's what she's had her whole life. She's got attention for being a sick kid. She's got attention for, all the attention of her mother, no attention from her father, which is why she's still constantly, part of the reason why she still constantly seeks attention. She never got it from daddy. So I think there's issues there. But yeah, Shay, stop. Sorry. She's constantly needing that attention all the time. Hang on.
Yeah, she really does need attention.
Luminescent said that learn from Meghan Markle. You can't be public and mad at criticism at the same time.
That's exactly. Either you're public or you're private. You can't, you know what I mean?
Like
I
like you said, you hate Casey. No one likes Casey Anthony, but disappear and nobody's going to have anything to say. Keep doing TV shows, and you're going to keep getting brought up.
yeah.
She wants to get brought up, though. Secretly, they love it. They love it that all these content creators are talking about him. They love it.
So let me ask you guys this though: do you think it was Lifetime the reason why she had to go quiet and stop talking?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I think between that and parole, I know she was given limitations a while back, right
Yeah.
after that whole lies being exposed. I mean, there was evidence that, because I went through the whole procedure and I shared it with the creator, and everything that happened. And again, it wasn't going to happen in a week. It took like a month for all those steps to be, dealt with, because there's many steps to a revocation of parole. But everything that I said from that list, which I forwarded to the creator, everything was happening. That's what you were hearing. She did get restricted more. She could only go to Ken's twice a week. She slowed down on her content. It became work related. She did have a hearing, which is basically the parole officer speaking to her and saying, these are what the allegations are. What is your evidence that it's not? And then they do with that what they want. But because it was so public, it did go to parole board. It absolutely did, because they even pulled the case within just a few weeks of that. They pulled the case. So, yeah. Now, what they decided, of course, is they didn't want her back, I'm sure. But she was given
Someone
more
said
tighter
that they
restrictions.
can't get over parole not doing parenting classes.
Yeah.
I
And
can't get
maybe
over that
they
either.
have. I mean, who knows? Maybe they have. I really don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. I know it sounds crazy, but if you're out on parole for murdering someone, you shouldn't be able to get pregnant during the rest of your parole. You're still serving time
Exactly.
for the state. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just
Well,
feel
I will say there's such a tight ruling with that. Like, it's trying to limit someone's ability to have a baby. There's such a
Yeah,
tight
but
thing.
morally it's wrong though. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like morally, like as a
Yes.
parent, why would you want to be like if you don't know if you're gonna go back to jail or not or whatever, like I would never ever put myself in the position to get pregnant while on parole for well, I wouldn't murder anybody, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't even if it wasn't, it's so irresponsible, like to get pregnant while you're on parole. Like it's just the
No, I
most
agree.
irresponsible thing.
What I can compare it to is we had several. Well, okay. If a child is in foster care, the parents have lost, say, 4 children, and all 4 children are in foster care. There's nothing that can stop that mother from getting pregnant again, and many do, while their
Yeah.
children are in foster care. So again, that's a really bad decision, because you don't even know what the other 4 are going to be done with. Like you don't know what's going to happen there.
See,
But
in
don't.
Australia, if you get like if you're pregnant, you get all your kids taken off you. They actually court order that I've seen someone get court ordered into getting their tubes tied.
Yeah, you can't
Because
do that in
they
the United States, unfortunately. I
yeah.
think in some cases it might be warranted, when there's no chance that they'll ever be able to keep any of their children, like from here on out, for whatever reason that may be. And I'm not going to even lay the reasons out, because that's not my business and I don't judge that. So, but yeah, and every new birth is taken as a new case. So unless there's active addiction or a situation has not even begun to change, that new birth will be a new case while these other children are in foster care. Now, I know all states are different. I'm speaking from my state and from my actual experience as a foster parent
See,
that has
over
fostered
here,
siblings.
they sit like, do you know what a wicket keeper is for cricket? Like it's like a catcher for baseball. DHS or Child Services, they're in that hospital ready to catch that kid as soon as you push it out. If you were a drug addict before and you lost your children, they're there again. At that, they stand and wait while you are pushing out that baby, and they will take it from you. Like,
Yeah. And in some
yeah,
cases they do that here, in some cases, but not all.
yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Here they just stand there and wait for you to push that kid out, and they've already taken it. And you have to fight like hell to get it back, like from what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't feel like anybody should have their rights to, you know what I mean, reproduce taken away. I'm not saying that, but I feel like
Yeah.
You control everything about the woman while she's on parole. Why not control that? Because I feel like you don't know if she's going to harm anybody. And if you're saying that you have to monitor her because you need to make sure that she serves the rest of her time to be sure that she's safe and she paid her dues to society, you're going to put a child in her care? Make it
Yeah. I mean, she should at least have to be like not alone with the baby or something. Like, I don't know.
monitored or something. There should be, like Pam said, like some kind of parenting classes. There needs to be, monitoring, something.
Yeah. Like,
You know
if
what I
you're
mean?
getting looked after by the state, how can you look after a child? That's exactly right.
Everyone's claiming, like all the people on that side are claiming, give her a chance. She's made all these mistakes and she's been out, but give her a chance because she doesn't know anything about life. She's never had any experiences. She knows nothing and she's trying to start from the beginning and learn everything new. And so we should think that it's okay for her to have care of a child when she can't even take care of herself. Like you're pretty
Yeah.
much saying,
You could apply that to, like, for example, say that there was some, like, not Gypsy, but like another person that was in her situation that never got to experience life or anything like that, and they came out as a convicted felon. Do you think they would get that same excuse? The reason I feel it's that she gets that excuse, it's because it's Gypsy, and it's a weird double standard where if it were any other person, they would condemn them, but because it's Gypsy, she somehow gets a free pass. And just because just because people want to use the excuse that she was denied or didn't learn how to do this or that, it doesn't take away the fact that she should have some restrictions on these things.
the only reason that they give her such a pass is because of how public her story is, her publicity. And it was absolutely brilliant on hers and Christy's part because the entire time she was in prison, they did nothing but work to make sure that the moment she got out of prison, and even while in there, everybody knew who she was and her story. And that has done nothing but work in her favor since day one. And you know what I mean? Like that, and that's the problem. That's why she gets away with everything. Because just as much as you have people in the public fighting about what she did was wrong, you have her defenders there too, and it would be a shit show for anybody who calls her out. You know what I mean? So, but again, I think it was really brilliant on their part, though, to sit there and take all that time and work on making sure that she came out and was so well known and was a public figure in her quote unquote famous celebrity.
Yeah, because they pushed her out so much before all this. Like that was all,
the entire time she was in prison. That's all Christy did. She was in documentaries and interviews while she's in prison. All of it, guys, even right down to, again, they were working on her social media, her TikTok while she was in there, anything to put her name out. And it really worked to their benefit. And it's just, you know what I mean? And that's why she gets away with everything. Do you know the shitstorm that parole would see if, you know what I mean? Like if they locked her back up, especially now with a baby, like.
Yeah.
It was all
calculated. Because remember when the show first came back and she was crying because she was worried that they were going to like throw her back in jail? That was like the first episode or something.
Yeah.
And then next minute she's pregnant and she hasn't had to worry about it since.
Exactly.
They treated her like shit when the first episode.
She hasn't had to worry about anything since. I mean, you know what I mean? She had TMZ right there at the gate the second she was let go to make sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like.
And do you remember that ridiculous divorce thing where she's walking like, like she's Britney Spears and she's got her hand up and like Christy's got that was just ridiculous.
What, the one to the court where she was sitting there yelling at the people that she called to make sure that they were there and got pictures of it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The two TMZ people that she called to be there and then she's going to curse them out. Like, I wonder if she called them and was like, hey, I'm so sorry. That was for show. You know?
Yeah. It was just the way that they were pretending to be Britney, you know what I mean? Like, all the cameras and we're famous, and it was just weird.
Rachel, you're absolutely correct. It makes you wonder if she got pregnant just to stay out of jail, just to make sure that there was another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no local paparazzi down there just chilling out waiting for Gypsy Rose. Like,
As soon as
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
Christy, the linebacker, personal security guard, Apple Charlotte.
That's funny. That's good, Apple.
That's did you see her go? Oh my gosh, I can't with that same outfit. Does it? I need Christy to go buy another outfit.
That cream colored sweater, I can't.
And those-
It's not. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and those roach stomping boots, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had to go. But I don't know. I don't know.
I've seen her wear that outfit a few times apart from those boots, but like it's like, how many times do you want to wear that jumper? Like,
wasn't she wearing it on that one? You guys remember that one interview where she was high as hell. I don't care what anybody tells me.
which interview was she high as hell? She's been high as hell in a few of them.
Literally, like her mouth is hanging open. Like I swear I saw a twinkle of drool coming out of the side of her mouth. Like they were asking her questions, and she's like blankly staring into space, like, well, like talking just like that. It was like, yeah, she was totally high as hell. I don't know how anybody let her do an interview in that condition, but she was wearing that same outfit there. That was my point.
Yeah, she looked like she was on Oxys. I was like, how embarrassing.
Whatever she was. I mean, at first, you're watching it, you're like, are you high? Did you stroke out? Like, why can't you just answer a question? And
stroke out.
Like, for real. And then she's sitting there and she's talking about, like, they started bringing up her, like, taking baths with grandpa and, you know, how she just learned about, you know, Gypsy pulling a BB gun on Dee Dee. And she's like, you know, we didn't know about that, but then she told me in secret, and Rod still didn't know. And it's like, you know, you're high and stroking out. Like you couldn't answer a simple question.
Miss Ivory.
Yes.
Somebody's chomping at the bit. Hang on. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, baby. How are you?
Good.
Are you in the live?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody?
Hi.
Look, there's
Hey.
there's Kangaroo Lovely.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I say? Can you put me? Can you?
I can't put you in the box.
Can you put you
Oh,
on move?
box, guys.
Oh God.
Get her a box, Pam. Get her a box. Sophie,
I
tell
have to
Mommy
send
to get her a
photos
box.
of kangaroos and koalas to Mummy. Do you want me to
You
send
want them
them?
to say hi to you in the chat?
No.
Oh God.
Can I type it in?
No, you don't need to type in the chat. Here, hang on. Oh God. What do you want me to say?
Let me type it.
Okay, type it.
Oh no.
Oh God. Wait, can I see what you're typing before we hit send? Okay.
Look, we're all watching the chat like, what's it going to be?
I know, like it's scary. Okay, that's not even a word.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's start over. What do you want to say, Sophia?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree, Paula.
Loves.
Yeah. Well. Yes.
Okay, loves. Who? Kangaroo Lovely. Okay. I got it. Done
Right?
and send.
Sophia can be
Okay,
our
Jax, that one's for you.
Oh, that is so cute.
Aw. Here, let me put it up there. There you go.
I love you too. Oh, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's like, I was trying, like, what are you typing? Loves what? Loves what?
They call me Kangaroo Lovely because I'm from Australia. How funny is that? That is so cute.
Yeah, she came up with that one day. She goes, they have kangaroos there. And I said, yeah. She goes, that's Kangaroo Lovely. I said, yes, she is.
Yes, it is.
She said, yes, it is.
That's so cute.
9.
She said, I'm not lying.
Aw. Oh, look
You're
at the
sussy.
kangaroos.
Oh, like everybody's kangaroos. Kangaroos in the chat for Sophia. Aw, look at all that. Those are actual kangaroos. Look at all the kangaroos, Sophie. The chat is full. Kangaroos.
Love it.
It's all kangaroos.
That's so cute.
Sissy.
Oh
I
my
don't know
gosh.
why kids like me, but they do. I don't know.
Because you sound like a cartoon character, like sweet and loving, and you know what I mean? Like you're just soothing. Your voice and your accent are just soothing to children.
I like it.
I was holding baby Yummy when we were on the phone before, and she's like just staring at my phone when you're talking.
That's creepy.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just your voice. Your voice and your accent is just good. And your giggles.
That's
Sophie,
so
look at
funny.
all these kangaroos in the chat. That's all for
Koalas.
Sophie.
They're putting koalas in there too, Sophie.
Oh, there's koalas in there too.
Can I send it back?
Good laugh. It's so funny.
Back.
Isn't that sweet, Sophie?
Can I
Everyone.
send back?
Well, I have to find them. Hang on. Let's find the koalas. I have to go to my animal section. This is how bad I am. I just found filter things the other day in here. It was so cool. Hang
I
on.
love how the chat's just rolling with it. It is the most funniest thing.
Oh, okay. Click a whole bunch of them. Click 'em.
Kangaroos scare me ever since I saw a real one. Yeah.
I get it.
Pam,
Okay, ready? Now we hit
there's
done.
a show, Mummy Little Bear said it. It's called Blinky Bill. If you look that up on Google
There's lizard butt.
Blinky Bill, she'd love that show
Oh, we'll have to try and find that. I wonder if we can get
on
that here.
YouTube.
Okay, I will go to YouTube and look for it. Miss Sabrina put in lizards. You know what that means? Curly lizard butt.
That's so funny that she loves that name.
How do you spell that?
How do you spell it?
Did I send it?
No, we're not going to send curly lizard butt.
Is that the only Australian animals that we got in this list? I think that there might be a platypus or something.
What's a plot? You know what? Never mind. I'm good.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I can't even describe it. I think it's like a little, I don't know. It's like it looks like a duck, but it's got like legs. It's like a giant, it's got a bill and it's like a
platypus?
I know what it looks like.
It's like a lizard duck.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Lizard duck.
I
Wait,
remember
what?
Look at all the koalas. All the koala bears everybody's
koalas
sending
will
in.
jump you from the
Nice and
tree.
you, Clark.
Really?
Can I send you?
Yeah,
No.
if a
And now-
koala doesn't have the
Koala,
eucalyptus
really?
leaves to calm it down and make it stoned, it'll like jump on your face.
Oh wow.
Yikes. Australia seems fun.
It's dangerous. They got birds that fly out of the sky and peck you to death. They got.
Oh my god, I was showing Ivory, I was walking and I was showing her the magpies.
Oh, yeah.
And you got cute little kangaroos that'll knock you in one round. Like, I don't know. It's a little intimidating. I might use it. Y'all can have your magpies and your kangaroos, and I'll keep my raccoons and possum. Well, not possum. You can have the possum, but you know what I mean.
I don't want the possum, you can have the possum.
Yeah, you guys keep the possums.
Where
We don't-
I live, you guys wouldn't
Australia.
have to fight for your life. I'm telling you, the only kangaroo you're gonna see is in front of your car at 3:00 in the morning, like where I live. But there's other places that have got like kangaroos, koalas everywhere, and all the animals. Like, but I don't have that where I am.
That's so funny.
You gotta say it louder. Can you say it louder? They can't hear you. No, don't. Oh, you want to type it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll type it in. LLC.
That's not any better.
Mary Cat said curly lizard butt. I'll say it for the baby.
There.
No, I send it.
Okay. There you go. There it is.
Oh, I love you all from Sophia. That is so cute.
She was saying,
Aw.
she said, I love you. And I was like, you have to say it louder. And she goes, no, I'll type it.
Nope. I'm not.
What's a drop bear?
I'm guessing it would be a koala.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to Australia anymore.
Listen, Linda, I've told you where I live, you're not going to see any of that shit. It's not like you
You were
won't
walking
see
down
it.
the street the other day with a magpie sitting right there, and I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm not going to witness this. I had to get off
Luminescent
the
said we love you.
Look, I've got magpies everywhere here, but
That should be like a side thing that Kramer does. Listen, Linda.
I think it needs to be
Wait.
on merch.
Linda,
Who he's talking to?
Oh, that's Mr.
Imagine if she had a
Codebox.
podcast called Listen,
Hi.
Linda.
Codebox. Miss Sophia wants to say hi to you.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Who's on the top right?
That's Mommy, and that's Miss
Mhm.
Ivory, and that's Miss Kangaroo Lovely, and that's Mr. Codebox.
Oh.
but I can't put a picture in for some reason because I don't know why. But you've seen my picture with my phone calls to your mummy, so you've seen my picture.
Yeah, you've seen Miss Kangaroo.
Yuppie. Yup.
Yuppie yup.
Yuppie.
You're so
you know
silly.
what? Sophie's gonna have to close down my live every time now. I'm gonna have her like close it down for us.
Oh, look, Sabrina's not afraid to come to Australia. On you, Sabrina.
Oh, you're on your own, Sabrina. You're on your own.
Bubba's
Looking koalas that'll rip your face off. I feel like a koala bear sometimes. Actually, I think I do relate to koala
Do
bear.
you know how long it's been since I've been a koala? Probably like 9 years ago when I went to another state, I saw a koala in a tree. Like, we don't see that. Oh well, I saw a possum.
Oh, you see the
I
little
could take
gremlin?
you out bush, Ivory. You'd love it. I'll take you out bush and we'll go possum
I
hunting.
don't want anybody to take me to a bush.
It's like if I took you out in the woods and we went and looked for possums. That would be
No. Why would I let anybody take? Listen, we talk about true crime. Why would I let anybody take me to the woods? Think about this. No, you're not taking me to a bush. You can have it.
Ivory, I'm sorry, but wouldn't that be the funniest live if me and you in the middle of the night were in the woods and we were looking for Gypsy?
Oh my God. I can't.
And
Have you
Ivory's
guys
like, oh my
ever
God, the
seen-
jungle spiders are going to get me.
No bushes for Ivory, right? That's what I'm saying. Have you guys ever seen a video on YouTube where she's like at the gas station looking for a gypsy and she sees a possum and she's like, "Leave me alone, cunt." Like, it's so funny. Oh my God.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
good one.
imagine if you, Ivory, it'd be the most iconic thing if you were there with me. It'd be so
I must have watched that video for like 3 weeks straight every day to laugh. It was the funniest freaking video. I mean, that one deserved to go viral. That was crazy. It was so funny. Like, what were you? Oh, did I just say? Sophie's not here anymore, is she? Did I just say that word? Oops. Someone
No,
just called.
she's listening to her YouTube now.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh my gosh.
No, you're fine.
Okay, Mercy's like spiders are huge in Australia. They're huge in like tropical North Queensland. I do not like spiders. You would not catch me in tropical North Queensland if you paid me $1 million. No, thank you, ma'am. I am not going there. No, thanks. I just wouldn't go there. It's beautiful. Best beaches in the world. You wouldn't catch me there though.
Yeah,
No.
those big spiders are scary. What are those things called?
I don't know, but they're in Queensland, tropical North Queensland. You wouldn't catch me going anywhere near there.
The big spiders.
Yeah, what are they called there? There's
Like,
a name.
I'm down the bottom of the country where the spiders and all the dangerous things you guys are talking about are right up the top of the country that I will not go to. I will not go anywhere near there. No, thank you. And Darwin, where my brother lives, that's where you got all the crocodiles and the rivers and all that shit. No, thanks. I'll visit my brother at a motel. That's about as far as I'll go. I'm not going
Yeah, huntsman
into any
spider.
forest.
That's what they are, huntsman.
Oh,
Luminous, put it in the chat.
huntsman, yeah, but like I bomb my house, like, and I have a 16-year-old son that is the warrior that has to deal with them. Me, no, I'll go outside and wait until I'll sleep in a tent until it's dead. I'm not going inside.
Couldn't they get in the tent?
Yeah.
Probably, but like, if there's a huntsman inside, like, I'll
If
call
there's a
them. I will
huntsman
go.
inside, there's probably 20 of them outside, right?
Like, yeah, but I will literally
Have
go
fun
across the
sleeping in that
road.
tent, Jackie.
I'll go across the road to the neighbors and make them come inside and kill the spider. I don't care. Like, I'll wake them up. I don't give a shit. I'm not touching it. There hasn't even been one huntsman spider in this house, and I've been here for 4 years. Like, you know how you do the little bomb things,
That you
and
know of. That you know.
I haven't seen one.
Exactly. You haven't
Maybe
seen
they
one.
just come visit when you're sleeping.
Apple Charlotte, that's not a huntsman. She said, I've seen a huntsman as big as my cat. No, they're like, the biggest they can get is like your hand span, and they're scary, and I'd rather burn the house down than be sit with it.
Maybe
Like,
her cat is that big.
Yeah, what do you know?
I'm telling you,
What
I
are
have
those
not
spiders
seen.
you see on TV that are like as big as like dinner plates and bigger? Like they have those great big giant ones.
It's
somewhere.
like our misconception of America and your misconception of Australia. Do you know what I mean? Like, where I
10-minute
live, none of
video.
this scary shit is there. Like, where I live, we don't have any of this scary shit. You know what I mean? Apple
Well, yeah.
Charlotte said I have a very small cat. Well, is it?
I love Apple.
I have a
But
damn.
Ivory needs to come to the bush with me, and we'll go for a bush walk.
Okay, we've cleared that up. Ivory doesn't go into the bushes with nobody.
Ivory's like, I'm not going to the bush with you. What the fuck?
Yeah, we ain't hunting nothing in the woods like in that movie. I know how it ends. Like, no, I'll be the next true crime case.
Wolf
Rose
Creek.
was lost like that, like in the middle of a bush in Australia. No, I'm good, thanks.
Ivory, have you seen Wolf Creek?
No.
Well, watch it, and then when I say we're going to take you to the bush, you're going to go, no, the fuck you are not.
I already said no, you are not. Nope,
What's a camel spider? Why does everybody think we have all these spiders? Like, not where I live. Because I'm in Victoria. The summer's gone now. It's fucked. Like, we're in winter. It feels like I'm in winter right now. Like, if I was in Western Australia, it'd be hot as. But where I am right now, the weather's bipolar, and yeah, no.
Listen, don't even talk about bipolar. I live in the South, okay? It doesn't snow where I'm from, and I'm in the middle of a blizzard, so there's that.
How much snow do you have so far, Ivory?
Got to be a good 6-7 inches out there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
7 inches.
We're staying solid at 8 right here.
Yeah, see,
it snows in Australia, but I have to like go to a mountain to get to it.
So yeah, everyone make sure you watch all my videos, because guess what Ivory's doing today with nothing else to do today and tomorrow. I'll be doing a million videos because I'll be snowed in and, got nothing else to do.
I just want to see the metamorphosis of your carpet after all of this.
Oh my gosh, my dogs never see snow, and they're Shiba Inus, so they're all furry and stuff. They went outside, they love the snow, and I've got dog footprints everywhere, my kid footprints everywhere. I have carpet everywhere. The carpet is now mud, and it's just, yeah, I can't. I'm having a massive breakdown. Yeah. Boot prints, paw prints, it's all the prints. Everywhere's prints. My floor, it's everywhere. They come in, they spray. Yeah, it's bad.
I've never had snow just in my yard or on my roof or anything like that.
Where does your snow go?
Well, where I live, it's like I have to travel like nearly an hour and a half.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, like I've got to travel to a mountain to get to it. But there's places that they do have snow, like
that's exactly
on their
like
roofs and stuff.
Except now it snows here.
Well, is that like a global warming thing or something?
It's a nor'easter. I don't know. Imagine you getting 12 inches of snow right now.
That would be the weirdest thing. Like if I ever got snow where I am on my roof, everybody would freak out because we just don't have it.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
We get hailstones the size of golf balls, though.
Yeah, so do we.
I'm not gonna lie. I love looking at the snow. I'm not upset that it's snowing. I'm just upset that I'm stuck here while it's snowing so much. Because I did miss snow, so I love snow. I don't mind going out and playing, but it's the mess and the being stuck inside and I can't go out. That's
Put it down.
not cool.
Mhm.
Someone closed the portal. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, we've got more snow here this year than we've had in the last few years combined.
Well, Aleph hates it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like to look at it. I don't want to like suffer from it though. It's like I want to go out tomorrow. I got work to do and now I can't. I have to. It's there's going to be 12 inches of snow and I got to somehow get down to North Carolina to get my daughter to a gymnastics competition in a snowstorm for people who weren't prepared to have a snowstorm. Make it mix. I don't know, and they haven't canceled it yet.
Oh no.
So now I got to
I'm
drive.
surprised they haven't.
Yeah, now I got to drive all that way to get her there in snow with my great snow tires.
Turn that down.
And black ice is really slippery.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and there's
is.
a lot of bridges around here. It's really bad on them.
Yeah, we're covered in that right now because our temperatures are below 0.
Rather be salting margaritas, not sidewalks. Mercy, that's it. There you go.
Yep.
That's so
Salting margaritas. Huh?
funny. Not sidewalks. That's the truth.
We call a sidewalk a footpath. I had to think of what a sidewalk was then.
A footpath?
I like footpath. That's pretty.
Yeah, like when you saw me when I called you and I was walking and we were walking on that we call that a footpath, not a sidewalk.
I feel like a footpath makes me think of Wizard of Oz. Like follow the other brick road. I don't know. I thought of Wizard of Oz.
That's so funny. Yeah, I had to think of what a sidewalk was then. Like, so when out the front of your house, you've got like a little, like the council or whatever has made like, the sidewalk thing. Do you call that a sidewalk if it's out the front of your house too?
Called a car park.
Yeah.
My husband just said to ask you what you call a parking lot. And he said, I think it's a car park.
Yeah, car park.
Yep. I said, Jackie just said a sidewalk is a
What do you-
footpath. He goes, yeah, footpath. A bonnet? What are you talking about?
The bonnet of a car.
Yeah. He just told me that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but
a highway.
a highway or a freeway, they're different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so do we. All right.
But like the boot of a car is your trunk.
Yes. Yes. I remember you taught me that.
And Apple Charlotte, she's English, so she would call a lot of the same things I do.
Do you call a parking lot a car park?
Some people call it a parking lot. Some people do. Like if you're in like a big city like Melbourne, you call it a parking lot. But over here we just call it like a car park. Because I'm in the country. So city, you would call it a parking lot.
Pretty simple. Makes sense. Car park.
So is that CAWR? PAWRK?
Uh-oh, Mr. Pamela's talking.
What's a CAWRK?
It's the way you pronounce, like we say car, and then you say car differently. So it sounds like.
You say
Turn
car
that down.
park, and I say car
Car
park.
park. Say it, Jackie.
Car park.
Car park.
CAWR.
Apple Charlotte, are you English? I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
I thought she was English. I might be wrong.
I thought she had an English
I
accent.
know. Mr. Pam's got jokes.
Mr. Pam's got jokes. Mr.
Well, you guys say car, like like
I can assure you I don't say car.
We don't say
You say
car.
car park. I can't say it. Car park. I can't change my accent for you people. What do you want?
Now, you know we're all sitting here in our head going, car park, car park. How do
Oh,
I say it?
Apple Charlotte, I'm
Now
so
you
sorry.
know how
I
I
didn't
say it.
realize. I thought you were English. She's Scottish. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Wow. No wonder
That's
you
like
sound so
me
pretty when you
saying that I'm a New Zealander. I'm sorry. That's an insult. I'm sorry. Oh, no. Don't be offended.
No, I'm not a
I'm
world
sorry.
traveler. I have no idea.
Either way, it all sounds better than us over here. So there you go.
Well, it'd be like me saying, "Oh, Ivory, you're Canadian." She'd be like, "No, I'm not. I'm American." It's like I think I've offended her. I'm sorry.
Get her, Apple. Get her.
She said,
Get me,
have
Apple.
you
Come
not
on.
seen Braveheart?
Yes, I have, and I hated it when they chopped his head off. I was like, "Oh my god."
That's so funny. Have you not seen Braveheart?
Oh,
I'm a Kiwi? What's a Kiwi?
Ritual think I sound like a pirate
What
when I
are
try
you?
and say car park.
Say what? Roar?
Irate Unicorn said she's a Kiwi. What's a Kiwi?
A Kiwi is a New Zealander.
Oh. Oh.
Mr.
They're
Pamela
from New
said,
Zealand.
ask for Jackie to say roar, like a lion will roar.
Raw.
Say it
I
one more
love it.
time.
Raw.
Roar.
Listen, Linda.
Linda.
Mr. Pam's now a Linda.
Run. It's like you pronounce
Mr.
the
Pam's
first
now,
word.
listen, Linda. He's over there just grinning.
What do we call candy in Australia? Lollies.
Lollies.
Because they're not lollies. You'll troll
Yeah, some people you can call it candy, but like I would say, do you want some lollies?
What if I want the chocolate? You'd still give me a lolly?
It's cotton candy
Sophie
floss
got
in
to say hi to
Australia
Country
too.
Lovely. That's what she calls her. She just put it in the chat.
Cotton candy floss?
Thank you for being a great sport, Jack. Yeah, well, this is what I get when all my friends are American, so I just have to put up with it. Like, it's all right, guys. I'm okay now. I'm not okay. Ivory would get the same thing if she came to Australia. People would be like, "Say this, say that, say this, say that." It'd be the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, if this like it doesn't bother me. It's funny.
I love when you
Yeah.
try to talk with a southern accent. That's the best.
What did she
Listen.
say the other day, Pam? Radiator?
It's the best.
Gladiator.
Radiator?
Radiator.
Radiator.
You call it a radiator?
Yeah, radiator.
Oh, I call it a radiator.
A flip-flop is a thong. We wear thongs.
You wear thongs. I wear flip flops and
We used to call
Do
them
you
thongs
call underwear
in the
knickers?
80s.
Yeah, like undies. Like if
Yeah.
I was to put underwear on, I'd call them undies.
even if they're thongs?
Yeah.
Mr. Pamela says say aluminum.
Aluminum. Well, we say aluminium.
Aluminium.
What? Say that. Wait, stop it. Hold on. Say that
Yeah.
one more time.
My husband knew that she would say it like that. He goes, have her say it.
Say what?
Aluminium.
Aluminium?
So like if we have, foil, like that you wrap
I
things
gotta
up with.
write this down to see if Stephen say it.
Yeah.
So we call it aluminium foil.
Stop it. Not aluminum foil?
There's Australians in the chat laughing at me. Oh my god.
Aluminium. I can't even. Aluminium?
Aluminium foil.
No, stop it now. Why do you stop it?
So it says in Australia, does the water go counterclockwise down the drain? I don't know. They're getting that off the Simpsons episode. What way does the water flow in your
No,
toilet?
we were taught that in elementary school, that everything south of the equator goes the opposite direction. Like when you flush the toilet or whatever, it goes the opposite direction of what it does on the northern hemisphere.
Did I learn that? I never learned that.
I learned that. I remember that.
All right. Well, hold on. Let us look. Let's go. All right.
Aluminium.
Okay. So it's going. It goes right, and then it goes left, and circles down the drain.
Yep, it goes opposite.
Stop.
Yeah, that's a thing. I learned it in elementary school. Everything south of the equator, the
I'm
water
not
circles
joking.
the opposite
Listen,
direction.
it goes right, and then it goes left, and it goes right, left, circles down the drain. How can your water go the other way? I don't get it.
I never noticed what way our water goes. What do you mean water?
Google it. Somebody in the chat, Google it. I was taught that in elementary school. Everything south of the equator, the water circles the opposite direction when it goes down a drain.
Well, they all reckon that it's been debunked in the chat.
Has it? I was taught wrong. I remember being taught that in like 3rd or 4th grade.
And if I flush a toilet, it just goes inwards. I don't know. It doesn't go in
Yeah,
circles.
mine circles to the right. Mine circles clockwise.
Water circles the drain due to the principle of conservation of angular momentum, where as it flows towards the drain, any slight initial rotation gets amplified, causing it to swirl around the drain opening rather than going straight down. The direction of the swirl is usually determined by the initial flow of water and the shape of the sink, not significantly by the Coriolis effect from the Earth's rotation, which is too weak to influence such a small scale water flow. Oh, I've never heard of that though. I feel like, how come I didn't know that?
Teresa, this is the funniest conversation ever.
I feel like I just got up and turned my tap on and like I don't know why I did that.
So if it has nothing to do with it, then why does hers like rotate the opposite as ours from ours? Am I saying
It
that right?
might be the way I'm explaining it though that I don't know.
Explain that again like in 5? I can't.
Did you guys ever see the Simpsons episode where they went to Australia and then he goes, "What way does the water flow in your toilet?" And he rang up and this little Australian kid told him what way it went. Do you remember it?
I never watched The Simpsons.
I don't remember. But I believe it. I've lived my whole life believing that. I really have.
There is snow in Australia, yeah. It just depends on where you are and what time of year it is.
So wait, so how does your toilet flush?
It just goes inwards and then it just goes to the left, I think.
Yeah. That's the opposite of clockwise. Yours goes counterclockwise.
All right, hold on. Let me flush the toilet.
Hold on. I got to go flush my toilet. I'll be right back.
All right, are you ready? All right, I'll tell you.
They're both hanging. Yeah, we're ready.
It didn't go anyway. It just went straight.
Well, yours is broken.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Apple Charlotte said Newton's third law of conservation of momentum.
It just went straight down. It didn't do anything. Didn't go. It just went straight in.
Well, that's
mine circles to the right.
Mine doesn't circle. It just goes inwards.
Can everybody go flush their toilet and tell me which way it turns?
Code box, flush your dunny now, quick.
Who in here is in Australia? I know there's somebody down there in the chat.
There is. Hold on, Shania. Mine goes left and down. What? Why? Mine just goes straight in.
Everybody in the chat's like, "This is freaking great."
Hold on, I've got 2 toilets. Let me do the second toilet. I've got 2. Hold on.
Scotland. Oh, Apple Charlotte says hers goes right. By the way.
Yeah, she's north of the equator.
Are you ready? Second toilet.
I'm ready.
Hey, that goes down and then left.
There, it's true. It's counterclockwise.
I'm going to do it one more time. Down and left.
Yep.
Imagine this is your first Ivory Live and you walk right in now. Yes. Everyone flushed their toilet.
Someone said, "Imagine if this is your first Ivory Live." And you walk in now.
No, one toilet is really old and the other one is a bit newer. The newer one just went straight down. The older one circled left a bit.
Yep. Yeah, it's supposed to be north of the equator. It goes clockwise. South of the equator, it goes counterclockwise. That's what I was taught.
This is
that
cooked.
makes sense. This is cooked.
Well, what way does the water flow in your dunny? Ivory?
In her what?
Toilet,
Yeah,
dunny.
I don't know. What the hell is a dunny?
A toilet.
It flows to the right.
Shanae, please come up here. I'm the only Australian and they're making fun of me. Help me. Help me.
Help me.
Help me. All right, everybody in the chat, on the count of 3, go flush your toilets and then tell me what direction it flows. 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm telling you what, people in the chat are having the time of their life. This is the best live
Actually, Jerry,
ever.
you need to send me a video. I want proof that yours goes to the left. I don't believe you.
Toilet Dunny Lubog. What is
The
happening?
bog here in Scotland? What's the bog?
If you go to jail and you're a male, you wouldn't call a toilet. You would call it a brasco. I don't know why the jail talk is that, but they call it a brasco. I don't know why.
So
You know,
men
in the
and-
United States, if you're in a multi-level prison that's, you know, like there's men and women in it, like a county jail or something, they have what's called a toilet boyfriend or toilet girlfriend, because they'll drain the water, they'll scoop the water out of the toilet, and then they can pass things through the plumbing.
Yeah.
I saw it on a show. Yeah, it's called My Toilet Boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a true story. I was watching some prison show. It was like a whole series, and they all
Yeah,
had
they
toilet
said they're
boyfriends.
called flag notes or whatever. They flag them
Yeah,
through
and
the
they
toilet.
put stuff in a little baggie, and then they can like put it down the toilet to go down the drain, and then it just goes down to like another level in the prison. That's how they pass photos and notes and stuff. And you can talk in them. Like you have to have your head down in the toilet, and you can talk and hear the other people down below or up above or what, I don't even know. And so yeah, you can. They call it toilet boyfriend.
Oh, they called kites. They're kites.
They shove their head in the toilet to speak.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
it's
they
a true
fly the
story.
kites of the notes, and they call them
Yeah.
kites. Like
And they
they,
do
Yep.
this
yeah.
by squeezing the water out of the back of the toilet. And what do they do?
Yeah,
Yep.
they scoop the water out, and then so if someone comes by to do like a room check, and they're looking in the little windows and stuff, if they see that there's no water in your toilet, they'll get you in trouble for it, because they know that you're passing stuff through the toilet.
Because the toilets are multi-level, it's multi-level, so like the toilets all bend down to each other, like the pipes go to each other or something.
Yep.
Y'all can
Yep.
see my face right now. That's weird. I don't know if I can ever shove my head in the toilet to speak to somebody.
Teresa Noel said that her husband thinks that we're all nuts. Yeah, I agree.
My poor Mr.
Wait, is his
Campbell is
toilet
used to it.
flushed?
Teresa Noel's
Mr. Campbell is
husband
used to it all by now.
Well, when they said toilet boyfriend, I was getting a little bit like, what are we doing with the toilet? But yeah.
No, that's a true story. I'll have to look up that show because I watched the whole series, and every episode they had the toilet boyfriends going on. Yeah, it's a true story.
Hey, while I've got everybody here, if you go to McDonald's and you get a McChicken, do you call it a McChicken burger or a McChicken sandwich?
It's a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Wait. The man who invented the toilet was Scottish and his name was Thomas Crapper. Stop it.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious.
That really is, but no way.
Well, the guy that invented the Segway went off a cliff on one. I know that.
Really?
That's a true story. Yeah, that's a true story. The guy that invented the Segway, he died on one. He went off a cliff on one. Hand to God, that happened. I even Googled it because I was like, there's no way that's true. It is. It happened. But yeah, it's a sandwich.
She's not lying. It really is. And Thomas Crapper.
There was in Western Australia, probably 100 years ago, there was these things called West Australian marble bottles because they didn't have water that flowed from the main city of Perth to Kalgoorlie, which was 6 hours away. And a man invented a waterway that went from Perth 6 hours away to Kalgoorlie. Anyway, there was these West Australian marble bottles that it was just like a bottle with water in it and it had like a little marble in it and you would drink it and whatnot. Anyway, the night before the grand opening, he killed himself because he thought that it wasn't going to work and he was going to be embarrassed, but it turns out it did work. So those West Australian marble bottles are really famous now. And when I went there, because I was doing fly in and fly out on my week off, instead of going back to Melbourne home, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the tip, the old tip that was hundreds of years old, and dig around for these bottles. I found 20 of them, and then I found bottles off a ship because they were like the torpedo bottles. But I thought that was a cool story because, like, the only reason why those bottles are famous is because he killed himself because he thought that the water wasn't going to work. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And those bottles were worth, like, you know, anywhere from $600 to $1,000 each. I sold them for $600 each because I thought, well, that was just easier than going on eBay for 4 months to sell them. And I had like nearly 20 of the bottles, and then I had like these these torpedo bottles that they would put on a ship so they wouldn't fall. I had those bottles as well. And my dad's actually got a marble bottle that I kept and gave to him, and a bottle off a ship. So that's a bit of useless information for everyone, but I thought it was cool.
Oh, my husband wants some Vegemite.
I've got heaps of it. You'd love it.
Yeah, she
No,
said
you
you have to put it on
wouldn't.
buttered toast.
Hot
And
buttered
just
toast. It has to
hot
melt
buttered-
before you.
Hot buttered toast
Oh,
melted,
those
and then you put
Vegemite
the.
piece of the butter.
Yeah, he's never had it.
I can guarantee Ivory would just eat a little bit. She'd be like, ew. Like, I can guarantee. But because Ivory's always said that she thinks it looks disgusting. But I think that if you guys do not smell it first. If you smell it first, you won't eat it.
Ew.
So yeah, Ivory, don't smell it first because otherwise you won't eat it. You just won't.
Yeah. No.
God, how funny is this live tonight? It's so funny.
I flushed the toilet 4 times for you guys. Okay, like pretty sure I've gone above and beyond. Like, just saying.
That's so funny. I don't know. We learned who invented the toilet. We learned that Jack's toilet's broken. So educational.
Vegemite at Walmart. Oh, they sell Vegemite at Walmart, Ivory.
Do they really? Stop. Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go get some.
I wonder if you can get it on Amazon.
Oh no, it's a different version. Marmite's disgusting. I don't know why Australians like it. It's like this other weird version. Ugh, yuck.
It's like a
No,
lard.
it's not like
isn't it?
jelly.
It's like a lard, like a spread, like a.
When you shine a like a blue light on it, it turns green.
Stop now. What? It's changing colors now?
Yeah. Marmite, I don't know what the difference is, but I don't like it. Luminescent, I do not like it. Like, I've tried it and I'm like, ew, no thanks. All the Vegemite with cheese, that one, the one with cheese in it, yuck. It's not even cheese. It's just like, ugh, I don't know.
Vegemite.
Miller,
sounds like
I've done my
something
duty.
my
I've
dog
flushed the
would do.
toilet 4 times. Cadbury chocolate is made by Hershey's. What? I didn't know
Vegemite.
that.
Doesn't Vegemite sound like something your dog would catch?
Right?
It does. It's like it's like, oh, Chief's got the Vegemite. Yeah, exactly
It's
what it sounds
because-
like.
Marmite's gross, F-Brie lie. I'm telling you, it's disgusting. I love avocado. Do you guys like avocado? I can eat that all day. I love
Yeah,
it.
I've had that avocado toast. Mm-hmm.
It
You guys like
depends.
avocado?
Yeah.
It depends. Like I like avocado spread, like as a spread on certain things. Like I do like avocado toast. It has to be on something or mixed with something. I don't like avocado by itself, but when it's with something or mixed in with something, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't eat avocado by
Already brushed your
itself.
teeth.
Like I won't just eat
Nikki Moon, her husband wants to know about Foster's beer. Foster's beer, like, I don't even know if they sell it anymore. It's like what my dad used to get drunk on when I was a kid. Foster's.
It's
I don't even
Australian.
know if it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Wasn't that a commercial here or no? Am I making that up?
No, it was a commercial. Foster's beer.
No,
Like, that's how they say it.
Australian for beer.
Yeah, but I don't. I think it's like a thing, but it's like I haven't seen it in a bottle shop in ages.
You have an avocado tree, Teresa? Where are you from? I want an avocado tree.
I
You know
want
how
one
expensive
too.
those suckers are, man?
No, she didn't. She just took it out.
I want an avocado tree too.
Yeah, me too. I have a
How did
peach
this
tree.
conversation go from Fancy being a fuckwit to Gypsy to toilets?
To avocado trees. I have no idea. And my dog scratching because of Vegemite. I have no idea how this all happened. Not sure why he wanted me to ask about Foster's.
No, that's all right. That doesn't bother me. But I just haven't seen Foster's in ages.
We have it here.
That's so funny. The VB would be like the Victoria Bitter, and then Triple X Gold, which is in Queensland. Like we don't really see that much, but VB is like the Australian like beer now, which is disgusting. I hate that too. I'll drink Corona all day. I love Corona. Like
Isn't that Mexican?
it's like Mexican beer or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I love it.
I actually, yeah, I'm not a big fan of beer, but I can drink a Corona.
Yeah, like if there was the only drinks available and you were like at a party or something and it was just Coronas and they were free, I'd drink the whole thing. Like I love them.
We have Buckfist and Special Brew. What's Buckfist?
I don't know.
That's a beer? I don't know
It's
if I
good
can
in a margarita drink.
or be like, can I have a Buckfast?
We ain't going nowhere for a couple of days.
Oh,
Why?
Aleph is allergic.
Yeah.
How much are cigarettes? So the cheapest packet of cigarettes that you can get for a packet of 20s is at my local servo and it's like $20. But if you go anywhere else, a packet of 20s is like $37. And a packet of like 50s would be like $75, nearly $100 or something, and it'd be something ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Shopping yesterday.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
over $50 for a 40 pack. Yeah, it would be over 50. Yeah,
I'm not even.
and like you know, like you know how you get rollies, like what do you call it? Like a pouch of tobacco. Like if you get like a 50-gram pouch, that's over $100.
I had to put my car in four-wheel drive to get home.
Yeah, rituals. A slab of Coke, which is 30 cans, is $50 in Safeway.
Well, I'd starve and be smokeless if I lived in Australia. Yeah,
You'd have to be.
that's insane.
Yeah.
What's minimum wage in Australia, Jack? Someone's asking.
I think minimum. I don't know, like 20 something. $30 an hour, I'd say.
Yeah, 50 is $37. It's the equivalent to 37 US dollars.
So, like, say if you were getting $30 an hour, which is a good wage, well, it was before COVID because we were like cheap before COVID. If you were getting $30 an hour, you would need to work 2 hours to afford 30 cans of Coke, and you'd only have $10 left. Which
Oh, wow.
nobody buys. That like they have been sitting in the Safeway like piles and piles of Coke because they're listed as $50. People won't even look at it. Like one lady put it in her trolley the other day, and everyone stared at her like, "Why are you doing that? Like you're just giving them what they want."
She put it in her what?
In
Her
her
cart.
trolley.
Oh.
In
So
her
I
what?
would lose money going there. Who the heck wants to go to Australia? I'd be broke. You would
Well,
steal
I'm here.
They would take my money. You come here. Your money's worth more here.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, like if you came here with $2,000 spending money, you literally wouldn't have that $2,000 anymore. You would, I don't know what you would have if someone looks it up. But if I went to America with $2,000 spending money, I would like almost double it. Well, I would double the first 1,000 for sure.
Wow.
Oh, Jack,
Like how crazy is that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, how crazy is that? Like, maybe you guys should like make offshore accounts in Australia or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. I'm getting banned from YouTube. That's
Not
it.
you. I mean the
This is the
chat.
conversation that takes me down.
Oh, here we go.
$2,000.
$2,000. I would get 2,000. No, 1,000. What?
Yeah, if I said you 2,000, if you sent me $2,000, I would only get 1,269 of it.
Oh my god. So if you came to Australia with $2,000, you would only be left with $1,269.
Correct.
So, guys, what if I went to America with $2,000? How much would I have?
Jack is about to rob everybody in Australia, then come here.
And I know that British pounds used to be like if I had $2,000, I would have 4,000, nearly 5,000 or something like that. Like British pounds, like if I went to England, I'd be rich if I went to England.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd still have.
I wouldn't.
No, she wouldn't. Well,
No.
yes, you would, because like if you sent it to me.
Yeah, but if I went to America with $2,000, right, and then converted it to American money, I would have more than $2,000.
Yes. You would have like 3,200. No.
I don't know.
Because wouldn't you add?
It's math.
If I went to America 5 years ago, I'd have double plus more, but because the conversion rate's changed, it's not as good now. But I'd still have more than 2,000. No, you wouldn't know. Like if Ivory sent me $2,000 in cash, I would have more than $2,000 sitting there.
Actually, I'll tell you right now. Hold on, I'm about to figure this out because we might be on. You might be on to something, Jack. I'm just saying.
Luminescence brain hurts.
All right.
I don't like math. Let's talk about toilets again.
I sent you $2,000. You would have $3,012.
Oh my god.
Okay,
No,
so if Jackie
$2,000
sent you $2,000, what would you have?
1,267 or whatever it is.
$2,000. Hold on.
£1 is equivalent to 1.98 Aussie dollars. I would have a fortune if let's go to England. How about we just meet in England, Ivory? What would happen if you converted to England dollars?
I have no idea. England. And somebody
we should meet.
Travel.
We all should just go to England and see what happens.
Someone set me a bank account up.
$3,147. Okay, so what is American to English pounds? Or Australia to English pounds? Because if me and Ivory went to visit England, we could just run around like rich.
Hold on, US dollars.
We are educating tonight. Yes, we are. Don't tell me you'd lose money. That'd be gay.
Oh, I would. Because
how much would you get?
$100 US is only worth $79.40 in a pound sterling. What is that? I don't know what that is.
What the fuck? So if I went to America, if I went to England with $100, how much would I have? I think it's double. Or it used to be.
Idea. I know I lose money going to England. I ain't traveling.
But you lose more money going to Australia than England, though, because you would only have 50 on less if you went to Australia. But England, you have 70 or something. How come the American dollar loses in other countries? I don't get it.
I don't know.
We're all trying to rip off the government and see where we can have our offshore accounts. Jack, open me up a bank account and I'll just use it as credit.
Well, what do I gain if I go to England? Is there anybody that knows?
Ask Nico. They have a converter.
Nico, if Jackie takes $100 to England from Australia, how much would she have in England?
Who's Nico?
Nico Moon
Come on.
in the chat.
Oh, I thought it was like a Alexa thing.
100
Nico!
Oh,
That's
so if English and Scottish went to America, they would gain $125. They would gain $25.87.
So I'd get rich going to Australia and Scotland.
The
That's
US dollar went down. That's why, I think. I don't know. So what's $100 Australian converted to English?
Broke.
That laugh gets me every time.
No, I
That's
just want to
what
know
I'm
if me and
saying.
Ivory met each other in some country, if we would have heaps of money. I just want to know.
Somebody just
Like,
tell me
what-
where I got to move to be rich. That's it.
It's not Australia.
So far, Scotland's on the map.
Wait a minute, Ivory, we should go to freaking, what's it called? Like Bali. Wouldn't we get double, triple the money in Bali because everything's cheap?
I have no idea. I've never been to
Because
Bali.
I don't even know what the Bali money means. Like,
That's so funny. We'd be broke. So yeah. So take all your money, Jack, and come here to America. You'll be good. That's what we've accomplished here.
but nobody's told me if I brought $2,000 to America. Oh, it's $3,000. That's
So
right.
somebody tell Jackie how much she'd have in England, or she's not going to let this go.
I know. I need to know what I would get in England because I want to know if it's double. Because I remember watching what's it called, Antiques Roadshow, and like my granddad would sit there and tell me that if that is worth £4,000, that's $8,000 to $9,000 in Australia. And I was like, can we go to England? Like I used to like be obsessed with it.
In 1999, I exchanged 600 US dollars and got 1,200 New Zealand dollars. Oh. So it was worth almost double. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
200
Oh my
pounds.
God. Ivory, it's my shout. We go to England. Look, $100 is $198.
That's what you would make, not what I would make.
Yeah,
So
but it'd be my.
I sent it to you, I would lose money, and then you would gain it right back.
No, Ivory, do you know what you do, right? If you want spending money, so say if you had like $3,000 spending money, you would send it to the Australian, I convert it all into English, and then I just give it back to you as how much it is. You would have heaps of money.
That's so funny.
But it's true. Like if you had
I don't have
$3,000.
toilet girlfriends or boyfriends. Let me put that out there now. Before I'm sitting in prison, white collar crime. Okay. I just got a warning on my YouTube. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding, but still.
Oh, this is a hypothetical situation.
Yes, I'm not really, but just in case that.
$100 US is worth 5,000 in your. Let's go to the Philippines.
That's what I'm saying. 90. Ivory's going to be on the new 90-Day Fiance with Jack. That's so funny.
Well, when you think about it, though, like, what is $3,000 Australian dollars worth in England? I want to know that. I can't work it out.
Jackie's not letting this go. She's just like, where am I going? Get me on a plane. Ivory, get me on a plane. I'm going. I'll meet you. All right. Well, are we all done breaking the law now and putting this out in public? Because this is some context for Nancy. Be like, did you hear Ivory Rose? Now it's going to have an account in Australia.
Come
Oh,
on,
geez.
Ivory doesn't even want to go for a bushwalk, let alone have an account in Australia. Let's be real.
Yeah, a bushwalk sounds like it's going to get me a toilet boyfriend.
Toilet boyfriends.
Ivory, Sabrina sent a message asking if she could come up.
She can come up.
Toilet
gotta-
boyfriend.
I think you got to drop a link. I don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I'm working on my exposed TikTok. Keep talking.
It's kind of nice being over here, being out of Nana land. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my goodness, can't with that.
No,
one.
that doesn't make sense.
No
3,000
one did
Aussie
videos
equals
today. Was she acting like the victim? Have we-
1,500 pounds. That doesn't make sense because we're higher.
Yeah, Sabrina, did you get the StreamYard?
Can I tell? Not people taking my telephone number and putting my telephone number to get. You know, you just mentioned Nana. I got a text message. Hi, my name. This is Linda from Athenix Advanced Plastic Surgery. I received your request for a free consultation.
Nice.
Not Nana put me in for a free consultation for a plastic surgeon.
I think Sabrina's in the back chat. How do we get her in here?
I'm here, apparently.
Oh, okay, there you are. Apparently.
Thanks, Sabrina.
I didn't scare you this time, Jackie, did I?
No, you're not up so loud like you were last time. I was like, what the hell?
Ivory, you should call him and ask him what number that came from.
Yeah.
Hold on, what
Yeah.
happened? Who booked you for plastic surgery? What the fuck?
Apparently Nana did. They've
I
been
need
having
some.
people call me. They've been having people, yeah. They got online information that I'm trying to sell my house.
Oh my god.
Yeah. People
Jackie,
are
I think
bored.
you know the assignment here.
Oh, I know the
I mean-
assignment.
I mean, if you don't want to take the plastic surgery, I'll take it. I need it.
It's just a
Oh, Nana
consultation.
is Naomi4363. She's just an old weird lady that stalks us and doxes people's children.
Yeah, I think she has maybe some cognitive delay, maybe some dementia. She's older. She can't help it, apparently.
Yeah, poor thing. Bless her heart.
Yeah, she's always kind of been a, someone that didn't really get to sit with the cool kids in middle school. I think it traumatized her, and she's kind of lived her whole life like that. It's really
Well,
sad.
she went on the Sally whatever show and fucking
Yeah.
whinged about it.
No, there's that.
Yeah, I went from loser to look at me now. That was the title of the Sally show she was on. It was a really good one. You can find it over on TikTok.
I went from
On my
not
page.
being on-
Yeah.
I can't. People are wild.
She's dumber than a box of hair. I don't even know what that means, but yeah.
It's probably her box of hair since it keeps falling out.
Let me tell you about Ivor Rose. Ivor Rose knows shit.
The way she says shit is like, shit. She knows shit about shit. She don't know nothing about nothing that Ivory Rose knows.
Ivor Rose don't know shit.
I've been on the
That's
case
right.
since 2019.
Ivory Rose don't know shit. I should know. I've been on the case this whole time.
You guys, that's dead on.
She just sits up there on her panel and makes fun of people. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
Who just did that, Code Box?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Codebox. That's so funny.
Codebox has been quiet, but boy, he just zung one out. There we go.
It's the
Yeah.
2019 for me. Like that
Yeah,
just
that's the greatest.
Shit.
2019.
I'm still really proud of.
2019.
I'm still really proud of Pamela. Shut the fuck up.
That's my favorite one, honestly.
I love it. I mean, I got a personal shout
Pamela,
out.
shut the fuck up.
You got it, Pamela, baby. Fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. It was so, and then block. Block.
But what does Jackie know? She's so far up Ivory Rose nose behind. She's got no idea. All she does is laugh on that panel. Dumber than a box of
You better
hair.
shut- You better shut your little ass up.
That's so great.
I
Yes, that's
can't.
Natasha
they
Cooper
knew,
Apple.
yeah, that's Natasha Cooper.
Oh yeah, keep up those comments. You know, y'all are just stupid.
You don't know nothing about true crime. I know true crime. Natasha, you are true crime.
Apple Charlotte said Pizza the Hut.
Pizza.
Mm.
Pizza
Where did that come from?
Remember
Where
that
did
night when she went live with Brie and everybody was putting the pizzas in there?
That was so
Oh,
funny.
Yes, I was one of those people, and I
I
actually made
figured
it
you
into their. I was in the StreamYard and I wanted to go up, but then they kicked me out.
Oh man.
Man.
Yeah, because they can't have anybody on the panel that's going to discredit what they're saying.
That's anybody but themselves. So that explains why there's only ever 5 of them.
What's a fupa?
Brie's front butt.
I was.
Oh.
Well, that is
You
what
know
it is.
what? The real MVP of that visual was, you know,
The
the button
button.
thing on the pants.
That thing
I don't
worked
know how
hard.
the fuck that held up the whole time.
We don't know that it did. To be honest.
Oh my god, the Miller said, Ivory, make that merch. Ivory Rose knows all the shit.
Your Em, and I'm going to send her a free shirt so she can wear it in her recliner.
She might even
Oh,
do
the upper. Oh my god, a fupa is like the upper. What the fuck is an upper pussy? What the fuck? What is that? What do you mean? What
It's
is that?
It's the drape to the kitty.
What about
Yeah.
what about a Brie impression? She always sounds like she just got out of the shower. Like, oh my god, I think they know everything. They really don't.
Hold
Be
on,
so fucking real.
What's a drape to kitty?
It's the
What-
fat
what
that
is-
hangs over your crotchal
It's
area.
that bulge that hangs over your
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was really confused and scared for a moment there, but I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I'm like,
Water just came out of
a
my nose.
fucking drape.
In this day and age, it's actually understandable.
I can't. It's the thing that yeah. The thing
Feel
behind
like you have
Apple-
such a way with words, Ivory. Yes, she does, because the front upper pubic area. Okay.
it's the area behind the button. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like more cushion for the pushing type situation. That's fair enough. I just didn't know
I
what it
don't
was.
know. You can't find no push in there. I don't know. what's
Teresa
happening.
says Google fupa.
Oh my god. Digital Ritual said the roof to your flaps, Jack. The roof? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, but when Jack says flaps, it kills me every time.
Oh, fupa really does stand for fatty upper pubic area. I didn't know that actually stood for that.
Well,
Well,
I
there
didn't
you
know there
go.
was a roof to
No, I always
anybody's
called it
flaps
fupa. I
until
just
I
thought it
came to YouTube. What the fuck is a roof to flaps?
Oh,
I
geez.
can't.
Be careful, you guys. We'll have DD's. Oh,
Oh, no, no.
Flappy
she's
coin
already
purse
been in a box. We've already
my
kicked her
head,
out.
thanks to Jack.
Oh, Flappy Coin Purse lives rent free in my head thanks to Jack. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. Flappy Coin Purse.
You'd be pushing in a fat roll. That's what I'm saying. Could you even find it after that? I mean, you'd have to go on the hunt. You know, you'd have to go on a hunt to go find anything.
If you stand up and you can't, if you don't have any clothes on, and you can't see your, you know,
Yeah.
business, then I would guess you have a fupa, but I can see mine, so I guess I don't have one. I don't know.
Right.
The only time that I've had to, you know, like if you can't shave while you're pregnant because you can't see because you've got a baby belly, but that
not a
was 16 years
baby.
ago now. So
That's so funny.
the roof. Oh, in my head, the roof is on fire. You know that song? That's
Oh,
just what I
yeah.
keep thinking.
What'd she say?
Well, there's a roof to flaps now. Like, how many vaginas are there? I don't understand. I didn't even know there was an innie and outie until I came to TikTok.
Too goddamn many.
An innie and an outie?
Yeah, has anybody been on TikTok tonight? See if Nana had
No.
another episode. Yeah, I haven't either.
No, Pam, there's flaps that hang out and hang down like a fucking cabbage leaf, and then there's other ones that are just tucked in. I didn't even know one hung out. I just thought they just tucked in. I didn't know until I came to TikTok and found out.
Oh wow.
Huh? What's being tucked in like a cabbage leaf?
I think there's hanging flaps and then a hanging roof to some people. I think that maybe if it's overstretched, it could be hanging flaps.
Like
I'm
Naomi
just saying.
can?
Yeah.
No, because there was a viral video of this chick, right? And one chick had like this tiny little G-string, and this other lady's like, and so many girls agreed with her or something. Like, she's like, how could that cover your entire vagina or whatever? She said, my flaps would hang down. And I'm thinking, what do you mean they hang down? Like, dangle flaps? Like, I had no idea what the fuck she was talking about. Like, I just thought that it was just like, not like that. Beef curtains, yeah, that word.
Yeah. I can't.
It's like a destroyed car park. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Nico Moon. Oh my god.
But I had no idea that they just dangled like that. What do you mean? One lady said they dangled that bad that she had to roll them up into her undies. Like, I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen.
I think it does happen. I think it does. It hasn't happened to me, but I'm saying I think
on the other side tuck in their fupa.
Yeah.
My Big Brother Australia was funny years ago talking about I don't know. Are you comfortable, Code Box? Are you okay? Because this conversation's
The ones that hang out are burst kebabs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm fine. What's going on?
So he doesn't get lost in a fupa.
No, I'm just worried because you're just so quiet and we're talking about dangle flaps and you're probably like grossed out.
Beef curtains.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just also working on something on the side, so.
Hanging gammon? That's so funny.
What's hanging gammon?
Like beef curtains?
Yeah, what is that?
Go ahead, Apple. You can tell them.
I don't blame Code Box for filing a report at this stage, no. Well, how's he going to contribute? He doesn't have flaps, and he doesn't know if they dangle either, so he can't contribute.
Yeah.
Really.
I can't even. Poor Code Box.
Could you imagine if someone said, hey, they're talking about you on Ivory Rose's panel, but they're talking about dangle flaps? Like, people would be like, what the fuck? And they're flushing their toilets.
Oh my god.
Teresa said, don't Google beef curtains. So everybody go do it.
Oh, guys, you know what I told Ivory to Google once and she didn't speak to me for like 2 days? Blue waffle.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Thanks. Now
yeah, please do not do that. Please do not do that.
Go pee.
Oh, 2 girls, 1 cup.
When you Google it, it shows a picture.
Oh, no. Yeah, I've seen that.
I did that to her on a live, and she was like, I'm not talking to you again.
I was fixing a blocker, Pam.
Hey, I haven't got to get blocked today.
One.
That didn't happen today. I was not fixing to get blocked today.
Oh, not today?
Excited. Nope, not today. It's one of the few.
2 girls, 1 cup. I don't even think you can look that up now. I think that's fully gone from the internet.
Listen, I'm not Googling anything else y'all tell me to Google at this point. I just look for a roast beef sandwich.
No, after Blue Waffle, I was done.
Yes.
Whenever I send Ivory anything on TikTok, she refuses to open it. She won't open it.
I won't open anything she sends me anymore, ever.
I can say I don't blame you.
Yeah, because, Forget about Clapper. Do you remember the day she had me on Clapper? I was like, oh my God, get me out of here. I can't. I felt
She
it
had
was
no
like-
idea what Clapper was, and I wasn't gonna tell her. I just thought I said, go have a scroll, see what happens. Did I ruin your
haven't
thing? Oh,
scrolled
I
it.
ruined a lot of people's Thanksgiving dinners because I told the truth about the turkeys.
That's so funny. I can't. Those turkey videos got me.
A turkey Kawakla.
Oh God.
Yeah, because that's a turkey vagina. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh God. Yeah, weren't they like violate? You know what? I'm not even gonna get into this. I'm not even gonna ask questions anymore.
Okay, Sophie's saying goodnight to everyone. Say it.
Oh,
Good night, Sophie.
Don't get the giggles. Just say goodnight.
Okay.
good night, baby.
She has the hiccups.
Hiccups.
Kangaroo Lovely says good night.
Say goodnight. She can't stop laughing. Oh my God.
Did I?
Can I type it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's so funny.
She's got the giggles and the hiccups.
Oh, the little laugh is so precious.
I know.
Look, and everybody's saying good night, Sophia. Good night, Miss Sophia. All through there. There's kangaroos.
Good night.
And I said good night from Sophia right there. Good night, Sophia.
Sweet dreams.
Look, somebody said hearts.
Yes. Somebody
that?
sent you hearts. Look at
Who's
that. That is Apple
Apple
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
She lives in Scotland. It's
Hey,
a whole
she
other
didn't
country
even-
so far away.
She didn't spell my name right.
Yeah, she spelled
Yeah.
your name right. You have the
No, you
hiccups.
didn't.
That one's right there. Yeah.
No, no, I don't have E end.
Oh, it's A. Yeah.
Why
Mhm.
do you look
Yeah,
like
look
an
here.
E?
Look here. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Hiccups.
Hiccups. Yeah. Okay, now it's bedtime. Say goodnight, everyone. She can't stop laughing.
Hiccups are getting me.
Okay, good night. She's so tickled. She can't stand it. She can't even talk.
Yeah.
Okay, good night, baby. I love you.
You know what, guys? Miss Sophia has got the right idea. It's 11 o'clock. We've been on here for 3 hours, so I am going to cut this down, and I'm going to end here.
Okie doke.
By Miss Sophia.
We need Sophia to do the ending every time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mighty Mulatto, Laura Lynn, Teresa, and Ranch Dressing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, everybody on the panel. Everyone, make sure you go subscribe to everybody on the panel. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night. See you
Bye.
guys.